The NFL threw down the hammer on 3 players today, suspending them indefinitely for violating the league's gambling policy. One other player was suspended for 6 games. And J.J. Watt is headed to CBS.
SportsCenter is brought to you by BraintreeNutrition.com. Better sleep, more focus. BraintreeNutrition.com.
Joe Reinagel.
And for the 3rd time in 7 seasons, the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minutes.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minutes. It's Thursday.
Good afternoon.
You know, I don't know why. Today just kind of felt like a Friday.
Yeah, you were wishing it was Friday.
True, because tomorrow we're going to be at Texas Cheer Liquor for their birthday party, and that's always a lot of fun. But no, it just feels like a Friday.
Yeah, well, it's a weird week, right? Especially for me because I was off on Monday.
You were? That was just on Monday?
That was Monday.
This has been like one of the longest weeks ever.
It has been. But That's all right. It's Thursday. Friday Eve.
Uh-huh.
Friday It's a good thing.
Well, and I'm going to a party right after the show. It's a pool party. So
nice.
I don't know. It's got that Friday vibe to it.
It does. I'm actually going to a party after the show, too.
I know. It was weird because we had committed to this one, and, old Vinny Vanzetta from Channel 5 is turning the big 5-0.
Big 5-0 for Vin Dog.
And he's having a party, too. And it was like, I can't make them both.
Nah, you can't do that.
I am
That's all right.
going to the most interesting party tonight. It's a mixology party.
Mixology?
Well, when the invite says you better Uber, it's going to be one of those kinds of nights.
Sure.
So everybody that's going to be at this party, you could do it with teams of 1 or 2. So you could do it by yourself or, with your spouse, but you've got to make some sort of mixed drink and enough for everybody. Presentation apparently matters. Taste matters. And there's going to be judging and prizes. But yeah, I imagine, I hope they have a lifeguard on duty. I mean, it's like one of those, it's like, this is going to be a lot of fun. Can I just open up a beer and add to it? Frosted mugs, whatever, because, mixology. So yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting.
So is all the alcohol and all the additives, are they provided there?
No.
Oh, you got to bring your own.
You're bringing your own.
Okay. All right.
So last night we were practicing.
Oh, yeah.
Which might make it feel like why today feels like a Friday.
Well, are you going to let us know? I mean, or is this a secret?
It's a secret.
Top secret? We can't know?
Top secret.
Why?
I don't know. Well, you know what? I guess it doesn't matter at this point. I mean, everybody going should have already been by Texas Cheer Liquor and done their shopping.
Sure.
Right? Well, we just got back from the Bahamas. And in the Bahamas, we drank a boatload of Bahama Mamas. So last night, trying to get it to what it tasted like in the Bahamas is what we were trying to do.
Did you succeed?
By the end of it, yeah, I felt like, this is it.
Well, by the end of it, I mean,
exactly.
It doesn't matter what it tastes like.
It felt like I was back in the Bahamas, mixing drinks and using the bug assault on the back patio. It was fantastic.
Well, and that's good. How's your aim after, 8, 9, 10 Bahama Mamas?
Based on the fly bodies that are on the pretty damn good.
Pretty good, huh?
Pretty good. The hardest part with the bug assault is finding them after you've shot them.
Well, I don't care if it's outside. Who gives a damn?
Well, but even inside.
Inside's a little different
you
thing,
shoot one and then you can't find it and you just hope Roomba picks it up later.
I still have dogs, so I just hope they find it and eat it. Just lick it off the floor, eat it, and go from there. So. And I mean, they like it. It's good protein, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
And then that dog's going to lick your face right after it's licked its ass.
That's exactly right. I was going to say, I mean, if licking a fly is bad, how about right after his butt?
And it's still cleaner than your pillowcase.
Absolutely. I don't know what it is about dogs. I've got 2 dogs. One of them, a little sweet dog, the knee problem.
Yeah.
She licks everything. The other one, doesn't really lick anything.
Okay.
So, you know,
I thought you were going somewhere with that.
Well, I am. It depends on what dog you're petting as to be prepared for a lick or not.
So you prefer the non-licking dog or the licking dog?
Look, I mean, every now and then a lick is okay, but after a while, it's like, yeah, you know. And then she'll like, you know, if she wants to lick your teeth.
What?
Right? I mean, it's
wait,
like,
whoa. Do you let that happen?
Well, no, I don't. Now,
well,
Maggie does, but
wait a minute. What?
Because that's Maggie's baby.
There is still something about, and I've known people that do this. They mouth kiss their dog, or they let their dog lick their mouth.
Well, let's not get carried away. I mean, it's like
the cheek, the ear is okay, the teeth is not.
Well,
you know, your tongue should not touch your dog's tongue. I mean, that should never happen. That's a violation.
She doesn't like, you know.
Well, sure,
but you know, it just kind of starts there, and she'll then
yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh my goodness.
Not sure where to go with that one.
Well, nowhere, honestly. We're just talking about dogs and licking butts and then your teeth and I mean, it's amazing what we let dogs do. Dogs are the greatest animals in the world.
Are the greatest.
They are the greatest animals in the world. And you know, I think you kind of let them get away with certain things. Well, and sometimes you don't.
It does depend on the dog. And there are times where I just feel like we don't deserve dogs.
I agree with that.
When I see because I'm dogless right now. And have been for several months.
Yeah.
And I miss them.
Sure.
Right? But I'm not ready for another dog. We're not ready for another dog or dogs. I mean, we've always had multiple, and now we're down to none. And there are some advantages to that. We travel a lot. You don't have to worry about your dogs. Port Pledge, which is I'd get a dog so we could start making money again, because that dude made a boatload when I'd go out of town and he would dog sit.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the cash. It was the access to the house and the beer fridge.
Absolutely.
Which was even better. I mean, Pledger every day is like, dude, you get a dog yet? And you really need to get a dog. But when I see different videos on Instagram, that's when you're like, man, I need a dog. But I've never had a dog like that. You know, I've always had dog envy. My dogs have always been lazy. You know, I've never had the dog that you could go play catch with, or, you know, you see like Josie, who's the office dog, and Greg Shelton certainly doesn't deserve a dog like that. How did he end up with one of the best dogs on planet Earth?
Well, that just goes to show you how great dogs are. You know, they overlook their human companion. And in this case, man, I don't know that, you know, many humans could overlook Greg Shelton. And not many do.
The fact that he's well older than I am and still single and always has been, I think answers that question.
Could be. But he and Josie make a great couple.
No, Josie's just a great dog.
She's a great dog.
And because of Josie, you tolerate Greg.
I don't want a puppy. You know, and puppies are cute and all of that, but I mean, that's a lot of work.
See, well, that's it. And outside of our Basset Hound, every dog we ever had was a pound dog. And always great dogs.
A little older or
between 2 to 4.
Hey, you
right?
know, that's what I'm thinking. 1 to 2, something like that.
You know, kind of housebroken.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I think about like Princess. I think Erica it was her 4th grade birthday present. It was her birthday is August 28th. So start of school year was always her birthday.
Right.
And they told us 2 to 4 when we got her, and we had her for 17 years.
Oh, wow.
So
well, she wasn't 2 to 4 then.
Well, I mean, she wasn't a puppy. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Well,
so, I mean, who knows?
Well, then that dog lived to be 20.
That dog lived a great life.
Wow.
And probably was. And depending, that's the weird thing. You take her to a vet and they're like, well, we think your dog is this, or we think your dog is that, or we think your dog is, you know, because a couple of vets towards the end, you know, thought she was well over 20. And when we got her, you know, one vet told us 2. You know, the vet, when you get them from the pound and you got to go get them fixed. And then we took her to our regular vet and they told us she was 4. And then another vet that thought maybe even a little older. So
now how the hell do vets know that?
Well, I think they look at their teeth.
Oh.
And the stuff on their teeth. I don't know.
If they do,
it's like
if I'm a vet, hey, Minix, your dog's 3.
I mean, I had 3 different vets give me 3 different ages that aren't even close.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But it's like when the tree guy looks at the rings of a tree and says, this tree is 18 years old or this tree is 140.
But you can count those.
Well,
so I mean, if you're a vet, I could tell you anything, and you're gonna go, okay.
Well, that's it. Your dog needs another knee surgery. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, every time Ryan Engel goes sees his vet, that dog needs another knee surgery.
No, it'll be a wagon from here on out. Yeah, just one of those dogs. You pull the wagon behind.
You might say you're getting that dog a wagon. I know your wife.
Yes.
And your dog is actually called Has Bad Knees.
That's true. That's very true.
The name of the dog brand, is that the right word? Breed is Has Bad Knees.
Well, basically, yeah. Maybe that's what it means in Cuban.
How do you say it?
Habanese.
Yeah, has bad knees.
Yeah.
Has bad knees.
Not anymore.
Well, they got 2 new ones, but 2 more to go.
I think
they got 2 more knees to go.
She could play wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys.
Well,
you got to see her run and jump now. She's like the $6 million man.
But does she catch?
Yeah.
Your dog plays catch? Really?
With their little baby toys, we call them babies. They're her babies.
They're called dog toys.
Yeah. We're talking about dogs, as long as we're down this rabbit hole.
Here we go.
So, Maggie, I love her to death. She's a hard person to buy stuff for. So Mother's Day, I order this shirt, and you put a picture of the dog. Marley's her baby, the bad knees dog.
Yeah.
Right? So the picture of Marley right in the middle. And the caption says, I'm not a dog. Or I keep telling you I'm not a dog. My mom says I'm a baby. She hated it. Hated the shirt.
Really?
Yes.
Wait.
I thought that, I was touched. I thought she'd be crying. Joe's the best present ever. No. I think it's going to end up in the, car wash pile.
Doesn't it suck when you get somebody a gift that you think they're going to love?
Yeah, and they don't. Maggie's not much of a t-shirt person to begin with, but I thought, this would be the picture of her baby.
I appreciate that she told you she didn't like it.
Well, she didn't actually say that.
Well, she didn't have to.
But she hasn't worn it yet. So what does that tell you?
It's the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. It is also Hot Ticket Thursday. Don't forget to listen at 20 after, 2, 23, 24, 25, 20. We've got great tickets to give away today. We've got Dave Chappelle tickets that we're giving away. We've got tickets to go see Eclipse, which is a great Journey tribute band. I actually saw Eclipse last weekend over at the Fuel Bar.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're good. They're good.
A Journey band. I'd love to see that.
Absolutely. And look, guys, you take her to go see Journey, you win. I'm just saying.
Right. Okay.
Just saying. So, about 7 minutes away, a giveaway for Hot Ticket Thursday. Wemby making more and more news. I think every day we're going to have a Wemby update, but Wemby and the
Wemby
Spurs.
watch.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, look, the Spurs are adding more and more French types to the roster, to the organization. We'll explain as we continue here on the Blitz.
It's R&R in the morning.
Friday on R&R in the morning, it is RJ Ochoa showtime. He'll join us at 7:30.
NBA free agency is imminent. Are the Spurs going to make a move? It's going to be a busy weekend. We'll talk about that. Your favorite place to be when the fireworks are going off. The party starts at 6. Yeah, I said it.
It's your wake-up call. R&R in the morning, 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Need water. Help.
So hot. What do we do?
80% more efficient with superior twin tank design. More powerful with non-electric kinetic energy. Able to soften water and save appliances. Look, in the garage.
It's a man.
It's a dude.
It's
Chris, just Chris. I'm Chris Knippa with Connecticut and San Antonio in the Hill Country. The San Antonio villains called heat, drought, and scum are causing colossal damage all over San Antonio.
It's Dr. Scum to you, and I'm here to destroy your coffee pots.
Take that, scum.
I'll be back.
No, you won't.
We're saved.
A Connecticut quality water softener may not wear a fancy cape, but it will save the day by saving you money, protecting your appliances, and rescuing your home from the awful cruelty of hard water. Call me at 656-PURE for a free water evaluation and quote. Till next time.
ConnecticutSA.com.
Golfers, tee it up this 4th of July at Edwin Watts Golf Shops for their huge red, white, and blue sale. Save 20, 15, or 10% on select items in every department. Bags, balls, shoes, clubs, apparel, and accessories are on sale now through July 4th. Come in and register to win a Callaway limited edition staff bag with head covers at every location. And it's all happening now through 4th of July at Edwin Watts Golf Shops, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee, serving golfers since 1968.
Not all pizza places are the same. Mellow Mushroom originated hand-tossed, stone-baked classic Southern pizza. Not in the mood for pizza? Order a calzone, hoagie, sandwich, burger, or a mellow salad and see how care goes into every item on the menu. Take your pick from 24 draft beers and or handcrafted cocktails. And many of the pizzas can be made gluten-free or vegan. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
It can happen in an instant. A car accident can change your life forever. From serious injuries to mounting medical bills to battling insurance companies, accidents make life harder than it should be. If you've been in an accident, George Salinas Injury Lawyers are here for you. They're local, experienced, and ready to fight for results that make a difference. If you've been injured, don't call just any lawyer. Call George Salinas Injury Lawyers at 210-225-0909 or visit georgesalinas.com.
George gets justice.
Real people are getting real and lasting pain relief at QC Kinetics.
Who would have thought that I would be in better shape now than after I got out of the Marines at 22?
It's great to be active again.
I've played 36 holes multiple days in a row without pain. Everything is great.
Are you tired of living with chronic joint pain? QC Kinetics uses cutting-edge regenerative medicine to restore and repair damaged tissue, natural healing agents from your own body, so your body can heal itself the way it was designed, with no pain pills, no steroids, no drugs, and no downtime.
It was super successful, and I recommend everyone seek out QC Kinetics as an alternative to surgery.
Thanks to QC Kinetics, quality of life is just a lot better.
Definitely changed my life.
Call now to see if regenerative medicine could be the answer you've been looking for. The local medical professionals at QC Kinetics have proven protocols that can give you lasting relief now, and the consultation is free.
Call QC Kinetics, 210-571-0318. That's 210-571-0318. 210-571-0318.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagle here. I want to take a moment to talk to you about advertising on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Yeah, we get this question quite a bit. Here's what you have to do. Contact Morgan Harrison via email. It's morgan.harrison@alphamediausa.com. From there, she's going to have one of our folks connect with you on how you can advertise right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Or since Alpha Media is a full-service advertising company, online, other radio stations, and even television, since that's just about all through the internet. Happy connecting.
Texas, the Powerball jackpot is over $400 million, and you can now buy official Texas lottery tickets right from your phone with jackpot.com. Go to jackpot.com, choose your lottery game, pick your lucky numbers, and get your winnings instantly. Plus, get a free ticket with your first play. Get in on the action. Go to jackpot.com and buy lottery tickets on your phone. Go to jackpot.com. That's jackpot.com, jackpot.com.
Paid for by jackpot.com. You must be 18 or older to order a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's Hot Ticket Thursday. Be the ninth caller at 210-656-ESPN. And you could be on your way. The hottest tickets to the hottest events. Ninth caller wins.
Boy, how appropriate. That's a well-produced radio bit there, James Pledger. You want to win tickets to go see Eclipse, a Journey tribute band. They're playing July 29th out at the Aztec. You know what to do on this Hot Ticket Thursday. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix. The Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. You can always get us on Twitter at Joe Reinagle 210. Tweet at me at Jason Minix. We've got Wemby sightings in Spurs uniform at the practice facility, actually practicing basketball.
He can actually make free throws, Jason. I'm watching him now.
The Michael Wright video, Michael C. Wright from NBA.com.
Yep. He just made one. He's about to make another one. I've seen this reel 3 or 4 times now.
Well, then he's going to make
He's going to make it.
He makes them both
right there.
No, they weren't. The one kind of rolled in a little bit, but it went in.
It went in.
It went in, and it just I don't know why. Just seeing that just now, whether it's the video from Michael C. Wright, the photos from Jeff McDonald, that photo from Tom Orsborn on Twitter, it's real. It feels more real than maybe it did Saturday when I saw him get introduced and get handed a jersey. It feels more real, if that makes sense.
Well, it does, because he's with the team, right? He's practicing.
Mm-hmm.
He's out there on the practice floor in the facility. And yeah, that makes it real, I think. And it just seems like a Thursday in November.
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, where they're out there practicing and getting ready. And
I mean, because you don't recognize anybody else in those photos.
Well, a few guys.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think the bigger, yet not surprising at all, Wemby news today, according to a French newspaper, L'Equipe. Is that how you say it?
L'Equipe.
And again, we're going back in time. This is like the Tony Parker year.
It is.
Like if you wanted good Tony Parker news, you went to that French news and then just Google Translate.
Yeah.
According to that French site, L'Equipe, Wemby's longtime trainer is going to be added to the San Antonio Spurs staff. I don't think that surprises anybody.
I don't think so either. And that's probably Wemby's request.
Oh, not probably. But you go back to an interview on ESPN when Windhorst was spending all that time over there with France. And this guy has been, and I'm not even going to try to say his name, to be honest, Alquier, I don't know, right? He's been with Wemby for a while. And Wemby never missed a game with the Mets 92, right? And building leg strength, core strength, the different exercises. We've all seen video of some of those training methods. But if it's working, why would the Spurs say, no, we're good, we've got a good staff? Bring you in and work with them. And it obviously he's going to work with the Spurs staff. It's all going to be a collaboration, but a guy that Victor is very, very comfortable with.
I think it makes perfect sense to do that, make him feel as comfortable as possible here in San Antonio. Look, I mean, just seeing the videos and the pictures, it looks like all the players are, they're on board. They're already, high-fiving and doing some things. So that's good news. I'm sure they've all gotten together, and I don't know. I don't think it's going to be much of a transition for Wemby at all. And not just Wemby, but all the other guys, coming together and doing, look, because those other guys have to be thinking, man, this is great. I mean, it's going to make us all better. We went through hell last year, and now this guy's here, and it's going to be great.
The attention that all the other guys are going to get is going to be off the charts. The ability to be seen by so many more.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Having Wemby as a part of the organization, say for Summer League, those Summer League games, everybody's going to tune in to see Wemby and Brandon Miller, or Wemby and Scoot Henderson. But all those other guys are going to get seen. And it's one thing, the scouts know who all those guys are. But for fans, you look at, it's almost akin to the whatchamacallit, like say high school football. You've got a star in a game and a whole bunch of scouts are there to see that guy, say Johnny Manziel. Well, you're playing against a Johnny Manziel. You all got all these scouts there. How many other people got scholarship offers because they got on somebody's radar? They went from a 2-star to a 4-star because a whole bunch of scouts saw them in that game.
Absolutely.
And you see that all the time. It's going to be that same kind of effect here with Wemby and all these young guys that are going to Summer League.
Going to be interesting to see what happens. And again, with the free agent period starting up tomorrow, I am looking forward to seeing what the Spurs are going to do to add, if anything, to Wemby. And I know we've talked a lot of big names, but I don't think it's going to be a big name. But they'll get some pieces in here, I think, that are going to complement this guy along with what they already have. And they're going to be a much better basketball team. Obviously, adding him is going to help that, but then bringing in some other pieces as well.
And again, it'll be interesting to see with Summer League about to start, and a focus on Summer League that, quite frankly, we haven't had in a long time.
No,
right?
no.
Even though he's probably only going to play in 2 games in Vegas. My guess is those first 2 games, either at the encouragement or direction of the NBA, that he plays in those highly promoted games against Brandon and Scoot on ESPN, and then they shut him down. He's not even going to go to Sacramento, which is good. I mean, and he's apparently going to talk tomorrow to the media, and we finally have something to talk about besides the draft and coming here.
Right.
You know, what was the trip to Nike like? What's it like just to be on a basketball court in San Antonio?
Well, every day, at least this first year, is going to be something new to talk to Wemby about, because it's going to be a new experience for him. I mean, think about it. First trip to Washington, first trip to New York, or whatever, as a member of the Spurs. It's going to be fun in that respect, and how he grows up and how he, adjusts to the NBA game. And it's going to be a fun journey to watch.
And there will be some rough nights for him. There will be,
sure.
And again, that's all going to be part of the growth process. And I think the reality, and when you think about, everybody said, well, how many more wins does he add? What do you think they're going to do? All of that actually gets decided in the next couple of days when we see what the Spurs actually do in the free agent market. Do they make a trade? Do they bring in, a guard? What free agents are out there that they bring in, and you'll be able to tell how quickly the Spurs want to expedite this rebuild with what they're able to do when free agency begins tomorrow.
Well, I think you do Wemby a disservice if you're trying to be patient. Bring some players in here. You've got a pretty good foundation of young players. Bring some players in here and let's go. I mean, why in the world would you want this kid to sit and wait? I think, at least according to everything we've heard, the French league is much more physical. So he should fit right in. Should be fine. Should be ready to go. There'll be some ins and outs and some nuances that he'll have to learn. It's going to be faster than what he's used to, I would imagine, just from the athletes that they have here. But, I mean, why wait? Why would you wait? It's good for the Spurs. It's good for the NBA to get this kid out there, put some pieces around him, and go.
I'm all down for that.
And who
again,
doesn't want to see Wemby in the playoffs?
Well, that's it. And, the NBA wants to see him in the playoffs.
Of course they do.
The NBA definitely wants to see him. And if it meant saying bye-bye to, say, Keldon Johnson to get Garland from Cleveland, I'd be down for that, right? I mean,
Keldon.
He kind of looks like the odd man out right now. Is he coming off the bench? Give me your starting 5 and tell me, how does Keldon fit, right? And he is the one. So a week ago, I said the Spurs have nobody on this roster that isn't tradable. Well, I amend that statement today. The Spurs have one guy that they will not trade, and that is Wemby. Outside of that, Keldon is the most tradable guy with his contract. It's a friendly contract.
Okay.
And there's desire there. Pledge just asked, what about Devin Vassell if Cleveland wanted Vassell? I don't know.
Yeah.
But if they, depending on how many picks they wanted to, I'd part ways with Vassell. If I'm going to get better quicker, and I've got to get rid of a Devin Vassell or a Keldon Johnson in the trade to get the talent I think is going to get the Spurs there faster, bye. It's been fun, but I would go there. But I start with Keldon. If Keldon in some of those picks, Devin Vassell, I want to hang on to. And if the first call is Keldon, you never take, or Vassell, no, let's offer up Keldon. And if you end up back at Vassell, then that's what you do. And if Windhorst is right that Garland could be on the block, then send that kid to San Antonio.
Just like that, for whatever they want. Just bring him in.
Well,
doesn't matter. Well, that's what it sounds like. Devin Vassell, wait, you're gone. Keldon Johnson, whatever you want. How many picks do they want for him? I mean, come on. He's not LeBron James, for goodness sake.
I mean, you realize if you want to get a high talented young player, you're going to have to give up something of quality. I can't imagine Cleveland is going to want, say, 2 first-round picks and a Malachi Brano for Garland. So I mean,
the question that I would have for Spurs fans that want this, and I'm not saying it's wrong, is Darius Garland better than Devin Vassell? Is Darius Garland better than Keldon Johnson?
Well,
I'm asking sincerely.
I mean, the answer is probably, and he's a point guard. He's a position of need, and he's an uber talented young player. So, yes, I would make that trade.
Would Cleveland?
If Cleveland is truly going to move Donovan Mitchell to point guard and they need a wing player, then Keldon fits what they're doing. And then you got a couple of picks that allows them to do what they want to do.
You should be a GM. So you're saying you said...
I hear Rob Thompson all the time saying being a GM is easy. Why do you try to complicate things, Joe?
So I'm just trying not to give up the ranch for one guy.
Well,
you're talking about Keldon Johnson and a couple of picks?
I mean...
That's what we're talking about.
You're giving up the ranch and getting a ranch. I mean, you know, you're not going to get a Darius Garland for a ham sandwich. I mean, Bill O'Brien is not working this trade. That's all I'm telling you. It's the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is Rudy J from R&R in the Morning. Join us weekday morning, 6 to 10. We'll have plenty of sports and good fun right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Listen up, Texas. The Powerball jackpot is over $400 million. And you can now buy official state lottery games right from your phone with jackpot.com. Get in on the action right now and buy official Powerball, Mega Millions, and Lotto Texas tickets with jackpot.com. Just choose your favorite lottery game, pick your lucky numbers, and get your winnings instantly. Plus, right now, get a free lottery ticket with your first play.
I love playing the lottery, and jackpot.com makes it so easy because you can buy all your tickets right from your phone.
Jackpot.com notifies me right away if I win. It's safe and secure, and I never have to worry about losing my lottery tickets again.
This is the greatest thing ever. I can buy tickets right on my phone for Powerball, Lotto Texas, and other lottery games while I'm sitting on my couch at home.
Don't wait. Go to jackpot.com and buy lottery tickets on your phone. Plus, right now, get a free lottery ticket with your first play. Go to jackpot.com. That's jackpot.com. Jackpot.com.
Paid for by jackpot.com. You must be 18 or older to order a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
We're going abroad for the first time in years. To Spain. So we started using Babbel.
And started learning Spanish fast.
With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish. Gracias, Babbel.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
If you're hiring, it can feel like trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. Like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Now try ZipRecruiter free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/FREE.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Washed and waxed?
Check.
Gassed up?
Got it.
What about that check engine light?
That,
You know you gotta treat your car right.
I know.
Then you should know about the free AutoZone Fix Finder service. Head on over to AutoZone, get your engine light checked, and get a report for free. Don't even take a minute.
Free AutoZone Fix Finder service.
Your car will thank you, and then you can thank me.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
That's Mike saying good morning. It's the best he can do right now. Yeah, not a cloud in the sky. What Mike could use is a fresh start. And Irish Spring Body Wash. The fresh scent of Irish Spring and those sensational Irish Spring suds are just the reset Mike needs. Now he's ready
to go to work.
It's Sunday. Irish Spring. When the spring hits you, you're ready. Pick up Irish Spring today.
If you're hiring, it can feel like trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. Like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Now try ZipRecruiter free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/FREE.
What's holding you back from learning the language you wanted to?
Lessons take just 15 minutes a day.
15 minutes isn't long.
Nope. And they're fun. So you don't realize you're learning a language, but you are. In 3 weeks, you're able to start having conversations. And Babbel's lessons are built around real life.
And with Babbel, it isn't hard.
It's perfect.
Now try Babbel free. Just go to Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
I can't wait for what's next. Even with higher stroke risk due to atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Eliquis, the Pixaban tablets, reduces stroke risk. It's the #1 cardiologist-prescribed blood thinner.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or have antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising, or if you have tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take medicines such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
All guests appearing on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star appear on the Buyers Barricades guest line. Buyers Barricades provides traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. Online at buyersbarricades.com. Joe Reinagel, Jason Minix, The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is The Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. I know it's June 29th, but July 4th is coming up on Tuesday. And because it's on Tuesday, most of you, especially those that have great bosses, are off on Mondays. You've got a great, super long weekend.
Yes.
I'll be here Monday. Yeah, we're doing the show, not with you, just me, Monday after the Rangers game.
Well, that's the thing, and I actually had to burn a vacation day.
Mm-hmm. Goes that way, but it's one of those weekends where you're going to be doing a lot of eating. You got a lot of friends coming over. you know, the barbecue, the burgers, the dogs, the brisket. That's kind of the spotlight, but then you got to figure out the side dishes, and that's where we bring in my buddy Mark Singleton from Southern Recipes Small Batch Pork Rinds, because he's always got some great ideas on what to do to fill out that table. Mark, man, how's your day?
Oh man, it is unbelievable. We have been having a great summer. How about you guys?
You know, just trying to stay cool,
Good.
man. And again, you know, the summer in San Antonio got a lot better when Wemby became the newest resident, our 7-foot 3.5-inch resident for the San Antonio Spurs.
How do you guys keep doing that? Robinson, Tim, now him.
It's called rabbit's feet.
Good karma.
It must be
good karma. That's what it boils down to. So Mark and I go way back, and he's a foodie. Obviously, he's in the food business with barbecue and smoking a variety of items, especially like during the shutdown. We had all kinds of fun coming up with stuff because we were all at home.
Of course,
and,
sure.
And you know, you realize, because, you know, like I'm in charge of like the meat. Joanna takes care of the sides.
Right.
But I learned from Mark on different things that I could do for sides using pork rinds that are A, good for you, but B, damn tasty.
Yeah.
So Mark, what do you plan for the 4th of July?
Oh my goodness, we're gonna have. I've had my best 7 days fishing ever here recently, and so we're gonna be doing some a big fish fry over the 4th of July, and some of that fish will be actually air frying with pork rinds as the breading to keep it low carb and keto.
Wow, yeah, that sounds good, Mark.
And you just, because I'm curious, because you taught us how to do using pork rinds where you crunch them up and use a little egg batter. You create a breading, and I do that a lot on shrimp, and it is incredible. And you get that good bacony crunch, but it is better for you.
The good what crunch?
Bacony.
Okay.
What did you think I said?
I had no clue what you said.
Bacony. It's pork rinds, Joe. 2 + 2.
Well,
right?
I had no clue.
But for those that aren't familiar of how to use pork rinds while cooking and not just a snack out of the bag, why do it with pork rinds? Why use pork rinds as part of your breading?
Well, you used one of my favorite words, bacony. I mean, you get a great bacony crunch.
That's out of the Mark Singleton dictionary, by the way.
Absolutely. You get a great bacony crunch on that, whatever you prep, be it chicken strips, be it, you want to talk about something great for pork rind panko, grilled oysters. Oh my gosh, instead of a breadcrumb on top of that, using the pork rinds as instead of a breadcrumb on your grilled oysters is amazing. It basically can be substituted anywhere you used a breading before. Or even if you're really going to get adventurous, you can make carnivore nachos. You can use them as the dipper for some amazing dips like our beer cheese dip. There's all kinds of ways that people can use a pork rind as a substitute for if they're trying to watch their carbs. And it just tastes great.
Well, yeah, I got to tell you, Mark, you sent us this recipe for your small batch beer cheese dip, and it looks fantastic. It looks like it's got a little kick to it, a little spice to it. But that looks like something I could gobble up on July 4th or any day for that matter.
Well, and it's so dang simple. I mean, just literally 10 minutes to make a wonderful beer cheese dip that, once again, is carb friendly. And it's so simple to make.
That's the beauty, because Mark is a foodie, but he's taught me because it's easy. And at southernrecipesmallbatch.com, there's a ton of recipes on there that none of them are intimidating. And especially if you're unsure in the kitchen, like I was a couple of years ago, and even now you look and go, I'm not sure. It's easy, and the end result is incredible. So you take this Southern Recipe Small Batches beer cheese dip, and you put that out when you're invited over to somebody's place for the fireworks, if you're having a party or if you're having people come to your house. This is easy, and it's going to be a winner every time.
Oh, and it's literally just 2 teaspoons of butter, a cup of beer, a half a teaspoon of paprika, an eighth a teaspoon of ground cayenne pepper, a quarter cup of heavy whipping cream, 2 ounces of cream cheese, 2 cups of cheddar cheese. You just combine the butter, the beer, the paprika, the cayenne in a saucepan, bring it to a boil, let it come to a simmer. Just allow that just to simmer for about 10 minutes, stirring occasionally, and then you stir in your cream cheese, your heavy cream, and your shredded cheese for about another 5 minutes. Boom, you've got a great dip to serve your family that is as tasty as anything you're going to have. And once again, try it with a pork rind. You'll be shocked.
Well, and again, the pork rinds, the Southern Recipe Small Batch pork rinds and the flavor, this beer cheese dip, and I've done this with the Pasilla chili cheese, is incredible. But even the Korean barbecue ones, fantastic. I think it works with all of them, but I really like the combination with those two.
Oh, me too. I think the Korean barbecue has been my favorite for years. Although we do have our new Hatch chili coming out that I think is pretty spectacular.
Coming out. So not at HEB yet?
It will be in the regular Hatch chili rotation with all of your other great Hatch chili foods later on towards August.
That is fantastic. Southern Recipe Small Batch pork rinds. Pick up a bag at HEB or multiple bags. And again, pick them up for snacks. Pick them up to use in your cooking, especially, you think about keto and carb-free, if that's important to you, which it should be. You can't go wrong with the Southern Recipe Small Batch pork rinds.
I don't even care about that. It just tastes good.
Well, it just tastes good. And then there's that. There's that. For you, it's for her. It works for everybody.
Right, exactly.
That's what it boils down to. All right, Mark, you mentioned you've been fishing for 7 days. Where?
We went to Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. We caught a bunch of great red snapper, great redfish. And then today I went to Lake Texoma and caught my biggest striper ever, 24 pounds.
Wow.
Unbelievable week.
That's incredible.
How long did it take you to get that thing in the boat?
He hit 4 feet from the boat, Joe, like to scare me to death. I was just messing around, half asleep. It's too early. And literally that 24-pound fish hit 4 feet from the boat. Then took a bunch of line, rattled me up good. It probably took 5 or 10 minutes to get that fish in.
Man, and that's going to be good eating this weekend. Mark Singleton with Southern Recipe Small Batch pork rinds. You can get them at HEB. Go to southernrecipesmallbatch.com for all kinds of great recipes. And I promise you, this beer cheese dip will be the hit of your July 4th party. Mark, man, go fillet up some fish, man. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Jace. Y'all be good, Joe.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Mark Singleton joining us here on the Buyers Barricades guest line. Buyers Barricades provides traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. They are online at buyersbarricades.com. As we continue here on the Blitz, we knew it was coming, but Roger Goodell in the NFL coming down with the hammer on gamblers. We'll get into those details coming up here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hot Ticket Thursday just got a little warmer. Beginning Thursday and every Thursday with R&R in the morning and in the afternoons with the Blitz. It's your chance for the hottest tickets at 620, 720, 820, and 920. Then the Blitz have your tickets at 220, 320, 420, and 520. Hot Ticket Thursday just got smoking hot. Every Thursday with R&R in the morning and afternoons with the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
Is it time for a new lawnmower? Visit our Crush the Summer sale at Bill's Tractor and Equipment. Bill's Tractor and Skag have teamed up to bring you incredible savings on residential and commercial mowers just in time for the summer season. Skag mowers are tougher than any job you could throw at them, tough and heavy. Skag is simply the best. 0% financing is available on select models with approved credit. Bill's Tractor has been helping Texans with their mower and equipment needs for over 35 years. Come by Bill's Tractor and test drive a new Skag mower or go to billstractor.com.
There's never any FOMO with the iHeartRadio app. You won't ever have to miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere when you download the free iHeartRadio app.
Your home is the place where you know your loved ones are secure. But the things that keep your home protected can't keep pests at bay. That's where Raid comes in. For 60 years, Raid's scientists have worked to protect people around the world with trusted research, ingredients, testing standards, and product efficacy. Raid seeks to create a better future for all, especially the ones you love most. Raid, protection for all.
Angie's List is now Angie, and we've heard a lot of theories about why.
I thought it was an eco move. Fewer words, less paper.
No, it was so you could say it faster.
No, it's to be more iconic.
Must be a tech thing.
But those aren't quite right. It's because now you can compare upfront prices, book a service instantly, and even get your project handled from start to finish.
Sounds easy.
It is, and it makes us so much more than just a list. Get started at Angie.com. That's ANGI, or download the app today.
When you're drinking a frozen beverage from McDonald's, your brain may not like how refreshingly cold it is, but the rest of your body, oh yes, it's gonna relish every moment of it, because there are drinks. Then there are drinks from McDonald's.
There's no better way to cool down than with this cool deal. Get a medium frozen Coke, frozen Dr. Pepper, or frozen Fanta for just $1.79. Prices at participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Texas, the Powerball jackpot is over $400 million, and you can now buy official Texas lottery tickets right from your phone with jackpot.com. Go to jackpot.com, choose your lottery game, pick your lucky numbers, and get your winnings instantly. Plus, get a free ticket with your first play. Get in on the action. Go to jackpot.com and buy lottery tickets on your phone. Go to jackpot.com. That's jackpot.com, jackpot.com.
Paid for by jackpot.com. You must be 18 or older to order a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is Rudy J, and you're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jay Simonix. Tomorrow we're going to be live out at Texas Cheer Liquor number 5, which is the, I want to say, new one in Bernie, although celebrating 1 year.
You know, it seems like just yesterday we were out there for the grand opening. But we're going back for 1 year, and it should be a lot of fun. And you know they're going to throw out all the extra special stuff for their first anniversary out there. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Come see us. We start at 2 o'clock at a Texas Cheer Liquor.
And we will talk to a San Antonio Spur tomorrow. I'm told 2:35.
Yeah.
Mark your calendars. It will not be Wemby.
No, it won't be. But it will be a
Wemby
Spur
conversation.
Absolutely. That's going to be fun. I'm happy that happen. It'll be good to talk some Spurs basketball with one of the participants.
Absolutely. And again, Summer League, it's hard to believe that's next week, right?
It starts, the 3rd, actually, Monday.
Well, and again, off to Sacramento for a couple, then after the 4th, then it all starts in Vegas. And it's weird because it's still June.
I know it.
July is Saturday, but it just feels like, you talk about things in July, that's down the road. That's down yonders.
Well,
and we're already at yonders. We're 10 weeks away from the NFL season starting.
It's nuts because where did June go? Seemed like it just turned June.
Boy.
And now it's gone.
Well, and that's how it goes. And when you get older, man, it's where to go goes so much faster than it used to, it feels like. But
they ain't lying.
We are literally 10 weeks away from the start of the NFL season. A month from today, we're all getting on an airplane. I say we're all, the San Antonio Sports Star crew, not named James Pledger. We're getting on an airplane and going out to Oxnard, California for our AA Best Bail Bonds Dallas Cowboys training camp coverage.
Looking forward to that.
The NFL season is here.
And I'm so happy about that. I mean, the NFL, look, we've had a lot of excitement with the NBA, and that's good. And the NBA season is going to be exciting for us here in San Antonio for sure. But, man, the NFL, when ESPN has a countdown going on right now, I mean, that's incredible.
We all know what's important. I mean, Wemby's great. Spurs are going to be great. And we will pay attention to the Spurs in November. But
of course we will.
But I mean, we all know, man, the world revolves around the National Football League.
It does.
They know the world revolves around the National Football League. And Roger Goodell is really, and I'm impressed by this, throwing the hammer down on NFL players that gamble. And today, 4 dudes that you never heard of have been suspended for a year, at least indefinitely. They're eligible to apply for reinstatement following the end of the 2023 season.
Doesn't mean that they'll get in. In fact, one guy, probably the best known guy, if you've ever heard him, he played for the Indianapolis Colts. He was cut today by the Colts.
Well, why keep the roster spot?
Well, you don't, and that's the problem. But rookies now, when they come in, the NFL is putting them through a class, I guess, for lack of a better word, on the do's and don'ts of gambling. And I've heard a lot of people talking about this today, Jason, and saying how hypocritical the NFL is because they're taking all this money from, FanDuel and
DraftKings and all of them,
all
right?
the other ones, right? But they won't allow their players to gamble. And I say to that, how is that hypocritical? How is it hypocritical that the NFL can take in the money? Anybody else that's not playing in the NFL can gamble. How is it hypocritical?
The people that say that, and if you feel that way, I'd love to have this discussion. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. To a degree, can you say it's hypocritical? Absolutely, right? Because it's
no.
Well, I mean, advertising works, and so these guys are around all these different advertisements promoting gambling, and it works. But you know what your company rules are. I look at when the NFL when Colorado became a legal weed state. Well, you know what? In the NFL, you're still not allowed to do that. If you're in the military and you're stationed in Colorado and they still make you pee in a cup, those are the rules. Even if it's legal in the state that you work in, doesn't mean it's okay by your company policy. And if you want to work for said company, you've got to stay off the weed, even though it might be legal in the state that you're working in. If that's what your company policy, you want to work here, can't smoke weed. You want to work here, you can't gamble on football. It's not that complicated.
It's that simple. And that's why I say it's not hypocritical. I mean, there are a lot of companies here that maybe advertise with us here on San Antonio Sports Star. But I don't know where
that's a really bad example because,
it really is.
If you want to go
every one of them I'm going to.
Well, I mean, but if
and they accept money from gambling does not give players the right to gamble.
It's the same. To me, it's the word I'm looking for. If you work at a university, you're not allowed to fill out a bracket during the NCAA tournament, right? Which is dumb. Everybody does a bracket, but that's frowned upon.
But you can't influence how that bracket goes.
Well, but I'm saying that's what I mean. The NCAA has that rule. I know people that work in major events. If you work for an NFL team, right? And I don't know about this with the NBA, but specifically, I'll go with the Dallas Cowboys because I know a guy that's in this position. You're at a game and you're in the sales department and you've got clients that you're entertaining in a suite and they spend a lot of money and there's a lot of alcohol in that suite. He's not allowed to have a drink while he's on Jerry Jones's property while he is working.
That's perfectly okay.
All right. But does it seem right?
Sure, it does.
You know, you've got all this alcohol in the suite. You're entertaining clients. There's an ad for Miller Lite right there, but boy, it will cost you your job if you have one. It's the same thing with the gambling.
Well, it is the same thing. You and I go to the Root Pub or Slackers or wherever else we are. People are drinking all around us.
Yeah.
We can't drink. Not while we're on the air.
Yeah.
Now, after
work.
Well, sure.
Absolutely. I know people.
But not while we're working.
I know people, and you know people, that travel with an extra shirt in their car because their company logo, they're not allowed to have an adult beverage in their hand while they have that company logo on their shirt.
You know the rules.
You know the rules.
You know the rules. Don't do it. Just don't do it.
So in the last year, Calvin Ridley's the biggest name that has been suspended. Isaiah Rodgers, Rashad Berry, Demetrius Taylor, C.J. Moore, Quintez Cephas, Shaka Tony, they've all gotten year suspensions for betting on the NFL. Now, there was a couple that got suspended for 6 games for non-NFL bets, but they were done at work, right?
You can't do it.
And you can't do it.
Just don't do it.
So outside of Ridley and Rodgers, the rest of those guys you've never heard of.
No.
But I would imagine this is sending shockwaves throughout the NFL player text groups out there because is this worth your career? What if there was a big name guy on there and you're like, would Roger have done it to that guy? And the answer with Calvin Ridley being on there, probably. But it sends the message, it ain't worth it. This is the same thing of when Jimmy Johnson cut that dude and left him on the tarmac. Now, that dude was not named Emmitt Smith. That dude was named who the hell knows and who the hell cares because he was going to be a special teams guy that was going to get cut regardless. But Jimmy Johnson needed to make a point. These are the Roger Goodell, I need to make a point kind of guys.
Well, then Roger Goodell needs to go a little bit further. If he's really serious about protecting the integrity of the game, hire full-time officials. Hire full-time officials. Because if you don't, you stay with these part-timers, and we've seen some horrible calls. Who's to say that these part-time officials are not influenced by somebody out there to make a poor call? Hire full-time officials that you know who they are, who they work for, period. Hire them, get it done. The NFL is the only one that doesn't.
I think, and I agree with that. And I am 100%. They need full-time officials. I think they have enough money in the bank to afford them.
I think they can do it.
But I don't know if that really plays into this gambling with the players right now. And Nick the Wise on Twitter tweets in at Joe Reinagle 210 at Jason Minnick. Serious question. Is fantasy football considered gambling in the eyes of the NFL? That's a great question that I don't have a real answer to.
It should be. It's gambling. Unless you're doing it for fun. Most people have a little money on the line.
I mean, and again, if you're making a bet on your FanDuel or DraftKings app, that's one thing. Fantasy football, if all of a sudden you're in a league and you decided not to start, say, Saquon, and you're a member of the Giants, and everybody in that room realizes, well, Saquon must be hurt. All right. I don't know how the NFL looks at that. I don't know how many guys in the NFL play fantasy football. Every time you ask, say, a running back about fantasy football, they all say, I need a cut, how they look at fantasy football, but I don't know how many guys in the NFL are actually playing fantasy football.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, but look, just don't do it. Don't do it because you can influence the game. That's the whole point of this circus, right? You can influence the game. You're betting on a game. You can influence the outcome. Officials can do the same thing. We've seen them in the NBA do it.
Oh, Donahue?
Tim, what's his
Donahue?
name?
Yeah, exactly. It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville, your home for the Blitz with Jason and Joe on YouTube and always at sasportsstar.com. San Antonio's Sports Center.
It is Summer Leaguer time. The San Antonio Spurs have assembled. They are practicing today. Victor Wembanyama is also practicing with that team, although he will not be going to Sacramento when the Spurs begin on July 3rd. NFL threw down the hammer on 3 players today. They suspended them indefinitely for violating the league's gambling policy. And the match takes place tonight. Annual golf event. Should be fun.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the 3rd time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He is Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. You can always be a part of the show. You can dial us up or text 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. On Twitter, at Joe Reinagel 210. You can tweet at me at Jason Minix. If you're watching on YouTube, you can always comment there and make sure you subscribe to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel. Our buddy Don Harris over at News 4 is in the running for the Useless Knowledge Award today. He just texted me, is it Curvin Richards who Jimmy Johnson cut?
Curvin Richards.
Well, I just Googled who did Jimmy Johnson cut, and Google machine tells me it was John Roper. John Roper, I think, sounds more familiar than Curvin Richards.
Wasn't he the guy in Three's Company?
Mr. Roper, I think
Mr.
you're right.
Roper.
It was Mr. Roper, yes, but I don't think his name was John, and he certainly wasn't a linebacker.
So
see,
Jimmy,
Roper got
Jimmy
cut
was
for falling asleep in a meeting, so
right.
that was different.
So Jimmy's making a point, but again,
again,
he wasn't going to do that to Emmett.
Well, it
or
was
Michael.
The whole story with Roper sleeping in the meeting. I think somebody asked Jimmy Johnson, well, what if it was Emmett? Well, we would have turned the lights down and got him a pillow.
Exactly right.
Curvin Richards.
Wow.
Sounds like something you would need a shot for, not a player's name. I don't remember the guy's name. Neither does Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah, I'm sure he doesn't.
But we all remember the story.
Right.
Because he made the point, which is the point.
Jimmy Johnson, man.
Should be in the Ring of Honor.
Should be.
We should have asked Troy about that the other day when Troy Aikman was on. Although, there are a whole lot of things we should have asked Troy, but you got 15 minutes.
I had a whole list of questions we didn't get to. Not that I write them down.
I was going to say, when was the last time you had a list of questions?
I don't write them down, but I mean, there's...
Which is why you forgot them.
No, we ran out of time. You could talk to Troy Aikman for 2 hours. It would be easy.
Or 3 or 4.
Yeah, easy
absolutely.
stuff.
All day, every day, especially if you've got an 8 beer in your hand while you're doing it. Absolutely.
You need more than one.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. 2 guys, 2 opinions, never enough time.
So I don't feel bad for this not being on my radar, but when my golf guy went, oh, that's tonight, I realized where this thing has gone. Anybody really give a damn that the match is tonight?
I care. I'm going to watch it. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Should be a lot of trash talking going on between Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. Steph Curry, by the way, is a hell of a golfer.
He is.
I mean, he can play.
Well, you saw that video the other day where he, got it on the green, spun it back. Although it's Steph and Clay against Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. Pat's been in Hawaii for his Foundations golf tournament over there, so he's been getting in a lot of golf. But I think now, and which one of the reasons why we're talking about, I think a lot of us will go home and watch it, flipping around. Oh, it's on. All right, cool. I'm going to watch it. But there's been no buzz about this year's version of the match.
There really
it
hasn't
wasn't
been.
on my radar. And when you were like, "That's tonight,"
yeah,
I was like, "All right, well, good. It's not just me."
No, I had forgotten all about it because you're right. I haven't heard a lot about it. And it's too bad because I think this will be a fun matchup. But, I don't know. It's kind of like what's the one, the HBO thing for football?
Hard Knocks.
Hard Knocks. Nobody gives a damn
anymore
except you.
That's not true.
But you're the only one that does.
That's not true.
The New York Jets are fighting to not be on that program anymore. It's run its course. And so I'm thinking, look, this match thing was a nice little, thing when it started. The first couple were good, but now it's just like, okay. It's something to fill a summer night.
Well,
when there's nothing else on.
And they don't even play 18 holes. They're playing at the Wynn in Las Vegas. It starts at 5:30 on TNT. However, the commentator lineup, my goodness, you're going to have Ernie Johnson. See, apparently Brian Anderson isn't available. BA's been doing it for a long time, but it's going to be Ernie Johnson, Charles Barkley, Von Miller, Draymond Green.
Wow.
And Von Miller talking golf. Catherine Tappan and Trevor Immelman's also a part of it, but I'm looking at, you got Charles Barkley, Ernie Johnson, Draymond, and Von Miller. That's going to be a lot of fun.
All they need to do is just shut up and let Charles talk. That's it. Ernie can wind him up and let him go like he normally does. Ernie Johnson's great at that. You talk about a guy that knows his role in the broadcast booth.
Mm-hmm.
Ernie Johnson is that guy.
Absolutely.
He just winds those guys up, just gets them started and lets them go. They're the stars of the show.
Greatest setup man in the business.
It was kind of like Bill Land with Sean Elliott.
Mm-hmm.
He does a great job.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll even admit that, that's what you do.
Well, it's exactly what you do. So I don't know what's more interesting tonight, just listen to those guys talk or watch Travis Kelce golf.
Travis pretty good.
He is. All of them. I mean,
I don't know about Mahomes. I'm sure he can play.
All those guys can play golf.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't be in this if they couldn't.
Well, I think Curry will have a life in golf after basketball. He's that good.
A lot of because he didn't have the name in the NFL, but Bryce Butler, who had several cups of coffee in the NFL. I mean, long time. I would say long time. Several years with the Cowboys. Great dude. He has turned that into an incredible golf career. Some of his golf videos, and I think he's trying to get to that level. And the sponsorship money he's getting now, putting on all kinds of golf things and whatnot out there in Scottsdale is where he's living now.
Oh, that sucks. What a horrible place to live.
A guy wants to be in the golf world. Where do you go? Scottsdale.
Exactly. Well, good for him. I'm glad. Golf is one of those games. If you just have time to play and practice a little bit, then you can play it.
As we continue with the headline blitz, Pledge, I don't even want to describe what you've got on our screen right now. I'm not sure what any of this means. So why do you have this on this screen and keep pointing it to it for us to talk about? Because I have no idea what you're doing.
Oh, it's just, I wonder what rich people do with their money. There is this Louis Vuitton bag that is microscopic, to say the least. Sold for $63,750.
So wait a minute. So the picture of the bag that you're showing me is the speck on the finger that you're showing me?
Yeah, the green.
Well, that's not a bag. That's a crumb. I thought it was like a little emerald. I know they're calling it a microscopic bag. What the hell do you do with that?
You hope you don't sneeze and blow it across the room.
I mean, if you got the bug assault out and fired it at that finger right now, you would lose $63,000 like that.
That is pretty ridiculous. I mean, somebody that's got that much money that's gonna what?
Well, no. What's more stupid is somebody made this up and said, "Wonder if I could sell this for $63,000."
Obviously, it's not stupid. He's a genius.
Well, no, he found a sucker. He's a con artist is what he is.
Hey, probably more than one person bought that thing. That's got to be the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. The picture shows a little green speck.
It looks like it
on a finger.
Could be like an emerald flake, but I wasn't sure what the bag next to it was. I didn't realize. Pledge, would you retweet that off the SA Sports Star account so people can at least have an idea? I so greatly appreciate you pointing this out to me. You now take the award for Don Harris for the useless knowledge today. That's useless information. And Don has sent me another text that has all kinds of what is this? Archives.
Archives of what?
Fumbles lead to lost job for running back on the dude, Curvin Richards.
But is he the dude that was left on the side of the road?
Yes. Yeah, Don found the article.
Oh, Curvin Richards. Okay.
Yeah.
So I
Fumbles
thought it was
lead to lost job for running back. Dallas Cowboys coach Jimmy Johnson fired backup running back Curvin Richards Monday. 2 fourth-quarter fumbles against the Chicago Bears back in 1992.
I love that. Wouldn't you like to see that happen more often?
Yeah.
You have a bad game and you just, all right, you're fired. That's it.
I credit Don Harris for remembering that dude's name.
Yeah. So it wasn't the Roper dude.
No, that was the guy that was sleeping in the meeting.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, so way back, Curvin loses his job because, well, he couldn't hang on to the ball. He loses a job. Oh, J.J. Watt announced today that he's got a new job.
Quick bit of news for you on a Thursday morning. I just got a job at CVS.
What? You know,
is he a greeter?
Well, I mean,
pharmacist.
They don't have greeters at CVS. You know, I could see JJ working in the photo lab, but JJ, he's being funny. You get a new job, get the name right.
Little pro tip out there for anybody starting a new job. Don't screw up the announcement. It's not a good way to start your first day on the job, especially if that job is at a global network with millions and millions of viewers, hundreds of Emmys. You just want to start off on a better foot. I will be working at CBS this fall. He was on the hat the whole time. I really should have known. But I am extremely excited to be joining JB, Coach, Boomer, Phil, and Nate. Talk a little NFL this fall, talk a little life, have a global platform to make fun of my brothers on. It really is a great opportunity. I'm very much looking forward to it. Very much looking forward to talking NFL with all you fans this fall and hopefully giving you some knowledge, giving you a little experience, and maybe some laughs along the way. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited to join CBS. Let's have ourselves some fun.
You know, JJ's already learned how to kiss up.
Mm-hmm.
You notice that? That was brilliant, kissing up to CBS.
You know, and obviously it was a bit because the CBS part, the hat was backwards. The CBS it was on. I mean, that was all done the way he wanted it to do, the way he was trying to get it done and set up a bit, create a little bit of a buzz, and it was well done. The question, like James Pledger's like, oh, I'm going to watch CBS's pregame show, and I am all in. Now, granted, if J.J. Watt's around, you just got to make sure that Pledger doesn't hump his leg. So I'm not surprised that Pledger is like all in on this. But he's not replacing anybody at CBS as of now anyway. So it's still the same old, tired pregame show. They've just added in some J.J. Watt. So you got another guy in a short amount of time that's going to try to get in his opinion. I'm happy for JJ, although I think he would be really good as an analyst at the game like Tony Romo. But studio work, we'll see what else he does. And all the different CBS platforms, I imagine there'll be a lot of social there. I just look at this and go, all right, this is good. But I was kind of hoping he'd replace a Phil Simms or a Boomer or a Cower or, you know, and quite honestly, I think about my habits. What are your habits? You know, I go back and forth between the NFL Network and ESPN. I haven't watched enough of the CBS or Fox pregame shows in so long. on any kind of consistent basis. If I see a promo, they got something coming up, I'll try to catch it. But that's not priority watching for me on the pregame shows. For me, it's ESPN and the NFL Network. Which ones do you guys watch? 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776 on Twitter at Joe Reinagle 210. You can tweet at me at Jason Minix. And, when you're thinking about football, which is 10 weeks away, you think about where you go watch all your games, summer league basketball games, baseball games. There's no better place to go watch games than the Rue Pub there at 281 and Redland Road with those 3 massive 170-inch screens, TVs all around, big games, big events, no better place than the Rue. And when you show up at the Rue, show up hungry. They've got the biggest and best wings in town. They've added a burger to the menu, so about 16 different burgers on that menu, including the new Wemby burger. They've got great salads, great appetizers, and more importantly, that kitchen is open late till 2 a.m. every day with the full menu available. So when you need that late night meal, don't go to a drive-thru. Get into the Rue Pub there at 281 and Redland Road. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. The Rue Pub, next to the Angry Elephant, 281 and Redland Road. We'll see you at the Rue.
It's R&R in the morning.
Friday on R&R in the morning, it is RJ Ochoa showtime. He'll join us at 7:30.
NBA free agency is imminent. Are the Spurs going to make a move? It's going to be a busy weekend. We'll talk about that. Your favorite place to be when the fireworks are going off. The party starts at 6. Yeah, I said it.
It's your wake-up call. R&R in the morning, 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Get yourself a Connecticut water system. I'm a huge fan of Connecticut water softeners. These things are quiet, efficient, reliable, and non-electric. But the best part is you'll save money when you own a Connecticut water softener. And I know, living in the hill country, you folks have some serious hard water that can cost you major money in cleaning supplies and wear and tear on your appliances. Plus, Connecticut water softeners are guaranteed to remove more impurities and perform with lower lifetime costs than any other softener on the market. Connecticut is a great choice for folks that are fed up with their old, junky water softeners. So, for the best water softener in the business and to save money, call Connecticut today.
This is Chris Knipper with Connecticut and San Antonio in the Hill Country. I'll let you try the Connecticut water softener for 90 days, absolutely free. Connecticut is simply the best water softener you can buy, and that's why we say it's the last water softener you'll ever own.
The last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656-PURE Connecticut.
San Antonio Metro Health would like to remind you to stay safe during extreme heat events. Limit your time outdoors and do what you can to cool down. Be sure to stay hydrated by drinking plenty of water. For more information, visit us online at sanantonio.gov/health.
Friday at Dive Bar, 6422 Babcock, dive into some live country music with the Jace Martin Band starting at 8. Enjoy $3 Bud Light, $5 Ruppelmans, and $5 Crown, and the kitchen's open till midnight. Dive Bar, 6422 Babcock, a free rides venue.
Listen up, Texas. The Powerball jackpot is over $400 million. And you can now buy official state lottery games right from your phone with jackpot.com. Get in on the action right now and buy official Powerball, Mega Millions, and Lotto Texas tickets with jackpot.com. Just choose your favorite lottery game, pick your lucky numbers, and get your winnings instantly. Plus, right now, get a free lottery ticket with your first play.
I love playing the lottery, and jackpot.com makes it so easy because you can buy all your tickets right from your phone.
Jackpot.com notifies me right away if I win. It's safe and secure, and I never have to worry about losing my lottery tickets again.
This is the greatest thing ever. I can buy tickets right on my phone for Powerball, Lotto Texas, and other lottery games while I'm sitting on my couch at home.
Don't wait. Go to jackpot.com and buy lottery tickets on your phone. Plus, right now, get a free lottery ticket with your first play. Go to jackpot.com. That's jackpot.com. Jackpot.com.
Paid for by jackpot.com. You must be 18 or older to order a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's Hot Ticket Thursday. Be the ninth caller at 210-656-ESPN. And you could be on your way. The hottest tickets to the hottest events. Ninth caller wins.
Yeah, that ninth caller. You're going to go see Dave Chappelle at the AT&T Center July 12th. Part of Hot Ticket Thursday. 210-656-ESPN. 656-3776. Dave Chappelle tickets going to caller number 9. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix. You go back.
Yeah.
I guess the boss must be listening today. I just got an email with this weird link, and it's from the boss. And for a moment, I was like, this looks weird. But it's from the boss. It's the company email. So it's like if I saw this link from an outside email, I wouldn't have clicked on it. I click on this link, and it's the application for CVS. Create your profile to view available jobs at a CVS near you. And it's got the 78218 zip code, which is the zip code of the radio station.
What is he trying to tell you?
Well, that's what I was saying. Is this a hint?
Maybe you need to start looking for another job.
All that bitching about having to work on Monday might bite me in the ass.
Maybe so. Maybe so. Well, the boss, he appeared over here in the doorway and told me I was number one after we said that.
I don't think that finger is the one you use for number one.
It looked like that one.
I really don't.
Maybe that's the only one I ever get.
Well, that's called half a peace sign.
It is. It is.
He's not offering you full piece. Just half
piece. Half a piece.
Sign.
Yeah.
You understand how that works, right?
I do.
You
I do.
that?
Yeah, but it's still just one.
Well,
you can say you're number one, right?
Well, that's normally with the index finger.
I get it, but who made the rules?
Well, I think the finger police made the rules. I don't know.
You know, isn't that funny though? Who came up with that?
Sign language.
Who came up with that?
I'm gonna guess, and I don't know sign language, but I know enough that every kind of word, there's different things you can do with your hands or your fingers that have a word. So they blame them.
I just wonder who came up with that. I mean, and why is that a symbol that, is telling you you're number one when you're really not?
Well, I think if you look at it closely, it's pretty obvious.
What's the longest finger on your hand? Maybe that has something to do with it.
Well, and then,
and then you put the other two down.
Yes.
It's like, I mean,
it doesn't take a,
but who came up with that? Honestly, who came up with that?
Dude, it probably started with Leave It to Beaver.
Yeah, but it's
kind
of like our conversation yesterday with cornhole. Same thing. I mean, who comes up with these things?
I mean, you're right, Joe. So Tony Pollard, I'm just got to move on.
Yay, I win.
I don't have grandchildren, but this is what it must be like sometimes. Questions about everything that really have no explanation, or you don't want to get into it.
I'm going to Google it.
As we are 10 weeks away from the start of the NFL season, a month from being in Oxnard for Dallas Cowboys training camp, you look at this Dallas Cowboys team, and there are some question marks, even though most expect them to be a very, very good football team. I thought it was interesting today on ESPN, Diana Rossini talking about the Cowboys and who she said might be the most important player on the roster.
I actually think Tony Pollard is the most important factor on this offense. We got to see how he recovers, right? If he's going to be healthy. But there were moments after I had several conversations with different defensive coordinators that faced the Dallas Cowboys last season. It was always about Pollard's ability. I had one coach even say to me, he looked like Christian McCaffrey at times. That's how good he was playing. And when he was rolling, this Cowboys team was rolling. So he really has become one of the integral parts of this offense.
No, that's not a surprise because he is very important. Now, she did say most important on the offense. So more important than, say, Dak Prescott? I mean, when you look at it, it all starts with your quarterback.
Right, but I would say yes. And I'll use that San Francisco playoff game.
Fair.
When Tony Pollard got hurt, it seemed like the Cowboys offense went nowhere. Right?
And that is true.
So I'm just, by taking that, I'm going to say, yeah, Tony Pollard, most important guy.
And I'm still going to go Dak, but because I think the quarterback drives everything on every NFL team. But you look at Pollard, and we've talked about this, that running back room. Pollard gets hurt in San Francisco, and they go nowhere. And that's a team that still had Ezekiel Elliott. Zeke ain't coming back.
No.
And I look at running back, still makes me nervous about what is behind Tony Pollard. I want to see what Malik Davis has to offer, but I'm not comfortable. I don't know about Vaughn, and I don't think that Jones makes the opening day roster. I think he is still there. And you think about Tony Pollard and his importance to this team, and maybe in the shadows of Zeke, a lot of fans didn't realize it, but you look at the NFL Top 100 is going to come out in the next couple of weeks, right? And they do it in the middle of the summer, create some talking points. The NFL is always in the news, but think about Tony Pollard being featured in the teaser for the NFL Top 100.
Tony Pollard's he's probably one of my favorite backs right now.
That was Saquon Barkley.
Wow.
There's no catching him.
Just patient, and then he has that acceleration. Pollard, he busts up the middle.
Good luck trying to tackle him.
Give him the football. That's all I can say.
Then I see how he was coming. I'm like, he ain't finna expect this. Bam!
When he decides to go north, it's crazy. He hits it hard. He's getting about 5 yards every time, regardless of who's in front of him, where they're coming from.
He epitomizes every down back. At any moment he touched the ball, he can score from anywhere.
Touchdown, Tony Pollard.
70, 60, 10, 1, no matter what, he's going to find a way to get in the end zone.
You know, and I agree. And we've been calling, or some of us have been calling for Tony Pollard to get more touches and not split them between he and Ezekiel Elliott as much as the Cowboys did. And I'm happy that Tony Pollard's going to get his opportunity. But again, Cowboys do need some depth. And I'm with you. I'm not comfortable with what is behind Tony Pollard, but it doesn't seem like, at least at this point, that the Cowboys are in any hurry to go out and bring somebody in.
You know, and again, this time of year, you know, the running backs will sit on the shelf until it's time. But I'm curious what they end up doing. Now, I've said many times, after Tony Pollard signed that franchise tag, which is why I was hoping they would take a running back higher in the draft, and they did, because I don't know that Tony Pollard's going to be a Cowboy beyond this year. Think about DeMarco Murray, you think about Zeke, those big running back contracts just haven't worked for the Cowboys since Emmett. They haven't.
Yeah, I agree.
So I don't see the Cowboys paying Tony Pollard big money. Although with what we have seen with the running back market, maybe he ends up getting that long-term deal. And that's one of the reasons why the Cowboys didn't take a running back higher in the draft, a replacement for Tony Pollard, because I don't know that Vaughn is going to be that guy. But watching the running back market just continue to go down, maybe there is that common ground that Pollard can find with the Cowboys to keep him in Dallas long term, because now is not the time to be a running back. In fact, Miles Sanders, I don't want to say he went off and be overly dramatic about it, but on the Rich Eisen show, he just says what's happening to running backs is straight up BS.
I think it's BS, honestly. There's a lot of, almost every running back in the league is underpaid right now. I don't know what's going to take, but I don't know. But that's a topic that needs to be, brought up a little bit more, because it sucks to be a running back right now, honestly.
Sucks to be a running back right now. And he's right.
Well, he is to some extent. I mean, it's just the way the game is played right now. And until, if he's got a beef with that, then maybe that's something he needs to go to the union with. And the next time they start negotiating, then you figure something out. I don't know. What's sad to me is, and you hit the nail on the head about the most important player on the field is your quarterback. The quarterbacks are sucking all the air out of the room. And that's what's happening. So teams have to figure out how to divvy up everything else. After paying quarterbacks $1 bazillion, then you got to figure out who else gets what, and there's just no money left over. Look at the Cowboys, for example. They're about to pay CeeDee Lamb over $20 million a year.
Yeah, 25 probably.
Probably. Is that too much?
Well, but that's what the market
is. That's exactly right.
And that's it. So that's why what I said about Tony Pollard when he signed the tag, now you look at the way the market has changed. I could actually see the Cowboys and Tony Pollard reaching a deal because it's not like he's going to go somewhere else and get that money from another team. None of those guys are making that kind of money. And that's where Miles Sanders, like, it sucks to be a running back right now. I've said many times, quarterbacks need a different salary cap or a percentage count and not a full against the salary cap. So some of these other guys can go get paid. It's the gymnastics, but that's also why, the Cowboys have to get Dak done to an extension because his cap hit next year is stupid.
Let me ask you this question, and it was something that Diana Rossini said in her soundbite a few minutes ago, that somebody, was it a scout or a coach, said that he reminds him of Christian McCaffrey.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's the case, McCaffrey's making what, $16 million a year?
Uh-huh.
Why wouldn't Tony Pollard get a long-term deal, get a $10 million per deal for 3 years? If he is that good and turns out to be that good, why would you let that guy walk?
Because it's $10 million in the running back room to one guy. And that's what the NFL is trying to get away from. So he can be the poor man's Christian McCaffrey at $6 million a year.
So then you can have a $50 million wide receiver room, because that's what you're going to have with Brandon Cooks and CD Lamb. That's okay.
That's the NFL in 2023.
But
I'm not saying it's okay, but I'm saying that's the market. I mean, house in my neighborhood just sold for a lot more than what I paid for mine. My neighborhood, the market, right now, all of our houses, the market has gone up. It's not always that way. And at different times, different areas, boom. Right now, wide receivers are the booming housing market and running backs aren't.
Well, if he's as good as Christian McCaffrey and being compared to Christian McCaffrey, how do you let a guy like that walk out your door? It doesn't make any sense to me.
It's the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. You think about making sense when you're talking about $16 million for a running back. That's what a backup point guard gets in the NBA. We'll talk about NBA free agency and the money the Spurs have to spend as we continue here on the Blitz.
This is Rob Thompson from R&R in the Morning. Join us weekday mornings from 6 to 10. We'll have plenty of sports and all kinds of good fun right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Red, white, and dew savings are happening now at the Home Depot. Prep for all the summer guests and gatherings with up to 60% off select patio sets now at the Home Depot. Shop and save on a wide variety of sets and styles to find what suits your patio best for another season of hosting with the most. Find the perfect pieces for your space with up to 60% off select patio sets. So sit back and relax into red, white, and dew savings happening now at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Macy's 4th of July sale has great deals on everything you need to get you, your crew, and your space ready. Get 50 to 60% off swimwear for all and 30 to 60% off bedding and bath essentials. Plus, take 40 to 50% off almost all sandals now during the great sandals sale. Macy's Star Rewards members can earn rewards even faster during Star Money bonus days. See Macys.com/Star Rewards. Savings off regular sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
Imagine getting ahead of your irritable bowel syndrome with constipation or IBS-C by treating it with Linzess. Then you could start proactively managing your constipation with belly pain and get ahead of your symptoms. Talk to your doctor about Linzess, linaclotide. Linzess is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually.
Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling.
Imagine, what could relief from IBS-C mean for you? Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO and founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. And in the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. Timeshare is the only thing that you can buy that you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check to fill out any amount they want for annual maintenance and assessment fees. The crazy thing is, this never ends. Even when you die, your family's now going to be stuck with this burden. Stop the insanity today. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. 800-497-9090. That's 800-497-9090. 800-497-9090.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Susan, I'm sorry I'm late. Traffic is terrible.
It sure is. But on top of that, gas prices have been skyrocketing. I can't believe how expensive gas has gotten recently.
Prices at the pump are up, but I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I've made around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code UP for an extra 25 cents per gallon cash back on your first fill up. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or any gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code UP for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code UP for 25 cents per gallon cash back on your first fill up.
Welcome to Story Time. I'm Stephen King. Beware the boogeyman as the stories are true, because there's something in the shadows waiting for you. Keep the lights on, check under your bed, close every closet, or you'll sleep with the dead.
From the mind of Stephen King, The Boogeyman, directed by Rob Savage, rated PG-13, may be inappropriate for children under 13, now playing.
Sleep tight, boys and girls.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Washed and waxed?
Check.
Gassed up?
Got it.
What about that check engine light?
That,
You know you gotta treat your car right.
I know.
Then you should know about the free AutoZone Fix Finder service. Head on over to AutoZone, get your engine light checked, and get a report for free. Don't even take a minute.
Free AutoZone Fix Finder service.
Your car will thank you, and then you can thank me.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Listen up, Texas. The Powerball jackpot is over $400 million. And you can now buy official state lottery games right from your phone with jackpot.com. Get in on the action right now and buy official Powerball, Mega Millions, and Lotto Texas tickets with jackpot.com. Just choose your favorite lottery game, pick your lucky numbers, and get your winnings instantly. Plus, right now, get a free lottery ticket with your first play.
I love playing the lottery, and jackpot.com makes it so easy because you can buy all your tickets right from your phone.
Jackpot.com notifies me right away if I win. It's safe and secure, and I never have to worry about losing my lottery tickets again.
This is the greatest thing ever. I can buy tickets right on my phone for Powerball, Lotto Texas, and other lottery games while I'm sitting on my couch at home.
Don't wait. Go to jackpot.com and buy lottery tickets on your phone. Plus, right now, get a free lottery ticket with your first play. Go to jackpot.com. That's jackpot.com. Jackpot.com.
Paid for by jackpot.com. You must be 18 or older to order a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Ribs, burgers, chicken. Submit what you grilled or smoked, and you could win a $50 gift card from Tri-County Meat Market.
So good and tasty.
Grilling with the Blitz. Joe Reinagel, Jason Minix, The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is The Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. It's a Thursday, Hot Ticket Thursday. Don't forget, 20 after every hour. We've got great tickets to give away. Next chance to win is at 4:20.
Wow.
Then at 5:20. We've got Dave Chappelle tickets to give away and tickets to go see Eclipse, which is a Journey tribute band that is really, really good. On our YouTube channel, and subscribe there to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel, Tony says running backs need to stop crying. Kickers and punters are being completely phased out, and they don't make much to begin with. I'd love a kicker salary, to be honest, but, that's beside the point.
Nor should they make a lot.
Well, yeah.
I mean, you play what? I don't know, 5 plays a game, maybe, if you're lucky.
Yeah. Well, the punter, If you're playing 5 plays and a punter, you've had a bad day at the office. We don't want to see the punter very much.
That's a lot of punts.
I'd like to see 5 extra points from my kicker, right? But
which the Cowboys don't have.
No, they still need to get one. It is interesting because, kickers and punters, I'm guessing Tony was a kicker at some point.
Must have been, yeah.
Or he's the father of a kicker. I look at all these running backs trying to stick together. And I think there is something that position groups, job-wise, we all want to see everybody make more. As we are talking about this, story rolls by TMZ on Twitter. Price is Right model, Gwendolyn Osborne, thinks Vanna White should fight for more money because she's the gold standard. Because Pat Sajak gets $15 million a year and Vanna only gets $3 million and has not had a raise in 18 years.
I agree.
Yeah, well, and the Gwendolyn from the Price is Right thinks Vanna should get half at least of what Pat gets, $7.5 million, because she knows if Vanna gets more, she'll end up getting more.
The problem
they all are sticking together.
The problem with Gwendolyn is that nobody knows her name. I mean, they don't introduce those Price is Right models that are up there. And you notice now, and I haven't watched Price is Right in a long time, they have a dude now.
They have a dude?
A dude.
Is his name Drew Carey?
No, a male model.
Well, doesn't that make sense? Because most of the people watching are women.
I suppose.
Dude,
I didn't know they had that.
It's 2023, and
apparently
he should get paid the same. If
nobody knows who his name is.
Well, nobody cares.
Exactly. But you know who Vanna White is. There's a difference. So Gwendolyn needs to just stick with her.
But Gwendolyn knows
$300,000 or whatever she's making.
If Vanna's getting more, they're all going to be able to get more.
See, I don't see it that way. That's kind of like Vanna White being the wide receiver, the CD Lamb, and then Gwendolyn is the punter. It's different.
But she's not a punter. They essentially have the same job on different shows.
Well, but nobody knows her name, just like the
TMZ
punter.
found her. Apparently, some people do know her name, because otherwise, why would TMZ put her out there?
They put a picture of her up there. That's how you know her. You don't know her name. I didn't know Gwendolyn, what's her name, was a
Osborne.
Price is Right model.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, if you'd have told me, hey, did you hear Gwendolyn, what's her name? Who?
Well, exactly.
Now, you show me a picture, and I'm going, oh, yeah.
Oh, you wouldn't know.
She's got the great legs.
When was the last time you watched Price is Right?
It's been a while. Oh.
Vanna needs a raise.
I agree with that completely.
7.5, she's not going to get.
You don't think so?
What do you figure they pay Ryan Seacrest to take Pat Sajak's job?
If they come in and give Ryan Seacrest $15 million or whatever,
Ryan Seacrest doesn't get out of bed for $15 million.
Well, can you imagine the uproar if this guy comes in and makes more than Sajak?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Vanna's going to go nuts.
Vanna went from actually having to turn letters to just walk by him, and then they magically appear.
Well, that's a good point. Wow.
Eloy's on vacation listening in Gulfport, Mississippi.
Wow. Hey, Eloy, how long are you going to be there?
I was supposed to tell you to go to a restaurant in Mississippi this weekend when you get down there.
Oh, yeah?
I already forgot the name of the restaurant.
Who told you?
Joe.
Oh,
over
Joe,
at Tri
really?
County. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell Joe, if it's not in the casino, I probably won't make it.
It's near the casino, but it's worth leaving the casino for a while to go eat there.
Well, Joe, you can just text me, buddy. I won't forget.
Yes. And you won't go either.
Well, you never know. If I'm having a bad day, I could get the hell out of this casino.
What do you mean if you're having a bad day?
I don't always have bad days. I'm looking forward to going to Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's that
6 a.m. flight
off Las Vegas trip, but it's a nice place there in Biloxi. It's really nice.
So how far is Biloxi from Gulfport?
About 20 miles.
Okay. So
it's not bad.
Eloy could cash in on his beer bet in Mississippi.
We made a beer bet?
I'm going to assume you've lost every one. And if he's reaching out to you, I'm going to assume that you did make a bet at some point, lost that bet at some point. Now the guy's trying to cash in.
I just want Eloy to know we're flying Delta, so can he upgrade me to first class?
Oh, I see. At 6 a.m., probably pretty easy to do.
Probably so.
Probably pretty easy to do.
There are no straight flights to Gulfport, Mississippi.
Nor should there be.
Well, unless you're on one of those Sun Country things.
Yeah.
You know that.
Those old people tours?
Right. So you have everything goes through Dallas.
Yeah.
It's what happens.
It is what happens. You know, this weekend kicks off the long July 4th holiday weekend. And you look at all the different festivities, everything that's going on, you know, starts on Friday night. I know people that are doing stuff Saturday, Sunday. A friend of mine's having a big old thing on Monday night up in skiing because they do their fireworks on Sunday. They're at the Guadalupe River. So I'll arrive to that late since we're working on Monday. And then of course, you've got Tuesday and everything that's going on there. Rob and Rudy this morning on R&R in the Morning got into a really good conversation about hamburgers and hot dogs on the 4th of July. Rob said this morning, according to Instacart, that based on bun sales in America, we do more hot dogs on the 4th of July than hamburgers. And Rob thought that was wrong because we should be hamburgers. And then you and I got into this debate in the office. If I've got the choice and I can't get both, I'm probably going hamburger. And you said you go hot dog first. Which way do you guys go? Are you more hamburger or hot dog on the 4th of July? Let us know. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776, or you can get us on Twitter at Joe Reinagle 210. You can tweet at me at Jason Minix.
Hot Ticket Thursday just got a little warmer. Every Thursday with R&R in the morning and in the afternoons with the Blitz. It's your chance for the hottest tickets at 620, 720, 820, and 920. Then the Blitz have your tickets at 220, 320, 420, and 520. Hot Ticket Thursday just got smoking hot. Every Thursday with R&R in the morning and afternoons with the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You can't sleep because of annoying knee pain? That's a problem. You stopped running because your feet always hurt? That's a problem. If your elbow, shoulder, and neck pain make it impossible for you to do your job, that is a problem, and it's time to finally do something about it. I'm Dr. Jason Garrett from Arasti. At Arasti, we fix pain fast. No medications, no injections. Arasti treatment is completely natural and non-invasive. Plus, we accept most insurance plans. There's a location near you. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti, we fix pain fast.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-449-8811. That's 1-800-449-8811. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-449-8811. That's 1-800-449-8811.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
Mr. W Fireworks! Shop with us and save big on your fireworks this season. In fact, our prices are always 50 to 80% lower than our neighbors. Now that's a lot of savings. Shop early with us and save even more. Buy one, get one free on select items at all Mr. W Fireworks San Antonio locations. Visit MrWFireworks.com to find a location near you. MrWFireworks.com. Look for the big ape and save 50 to 80% on fireworks only at Mr. W Fireworks. Happy birthday, America!
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped 11. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
It's patio season, so get over to the Rue Pub at 281 and Redland Road to enjoy the great South Texas weather. As always, ice cold beer and specialty drinks, happy hour weekdays from 11 to 6, and the kitchen is open late until 2 a.m. every day. Add the Rue Pub into your lunch rotation with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. You know there is no better place to watch a game, and they always have all the fights. The Rue Pub next to the Angry Elephant, 281 and Redland Road. We'll see you at the Rue.
Listen up, Texas. The Powerball jackpot is over $400 million. And you can now buy official state lottery games right from your phone with jackpot.com. Get in on the action right now and buy official Powerball, Mega Millions, and Lotto Texas tickets with jackpot.com. Just choose your favorite lottery game, pick your lucky numbers, and get your winnings instantly. Plus, right now, get a free lottery ticket with your first play.
I love playing the lottery, and jackpot.com makes it so easy because you can buy all your tickets right from your phone.
Jackpot.com notifies me right away if I win. It's safe and secure, and I never have to worry about losing my lottery tickets again.
This is the greatest thing ever. I can buy tickets right on my phone for Powerball, Lotto Texas, and other lottery games while I'm sitting on my couch at home.
Don't wait. Go to jackpot.com and buy lottery tickets on your phone. Plus, right now, get a free lottery ticket with your first play. Go to jackpot.com. That's jackpot.com. Jackpot.com.
Paid for by jackpot.com. You must be 18 or older to order a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The NFL is on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Ryan Engel. I'm Jason Minix. Right as we went into that commercial break, we had some breaking news from Woj. James Harden is picking up his $35.6 million option with Philadelphia, but they are beginning to work together in exploring trade scenarios. Woj says it's expected that Harden has played his last game in Philly.
Nobody saw that coming. Every national show I listened to, and I thought he would decline that and get a better contract from Philadelphia. But apparently not. He's going to pick that up, and they're going to try and trade him away. My only question is, look, James Harden was a great player.
Mm-hmm.
He's still a good player. Is somebody going to pay him more than $35.6 million per?
I don't know if it's necessarily the per. Is he going to get 3-4 years in that neighborhood, which pushes it over $100 million? So would you rather have 4 years over 100 plus guaranteed, or 1 year at 35.6? It tells,
I don't know. We'll ask the Rockets when they trade for him.
Well, what I'm curious though is by him picking up his option, he's guaranteeing a job next year.
Right.
Did his agent, in doing his due diligence, realize there wasn't a big market for him? Because you think about the two biggest free agents, and Harden isn't because he opted in, but if he opted out, he and Kyrie both, right? But there's only a handful of teams that have the cap space for them where it would also make sense. Like Kyrie's going to go visit with the Phoenix Suns, right?
Tomorrow.
And he's allowed to do that. Create this weird super team, reunite with Kevin Durant. You know, the
Suns don't have the money for that.
Well, I mean, they got deep cushions. But you think about like what, and again, if they trade away Ayton, they could. But like Bradley Beal was introduced today with the Phoenix Suns, and he knows that they're a championship level team, and he's excited to be able to contend. I mean, that for him, he's excited to actually be, I don't know, I'm going to put words in his mouth, the real NBA.
Oh, it's huge. You know, I think one of the biggest things we take for granted as players is, who's around you, the players around you and what they bring to the table every single day. And it's not easy to win in this league. And I think that's what a lot of people get kind of misconstrued. No matter how much talent you have, you still have to make it work. You have to still put in the work and go get the job done. But I'm super ecstatic that every single day I have a chance to play in a meaningful game. I think that's one of the biggest, decisions that impacted me of coming here, of knowing that every single night I'm going to be in an important game. Every single night I may have a chance of being on television. Every single night, teams are going to give us their best. So I look forward to that challenge. And also being in a position to where we're kind of a targeted team, so every single night I got to lace them up.
To translate what Bradley Beal just said, I'm off a milk carton.
Washington sucks, and I'm happy to be out of there.
It's insane. Woj just tweeted, the Clippers and Knicks are expected to be among the teams that will engage with the Sixers on a potential James Harden trade.
Wow. That's all James Harden needs is go to the Knicks.
Well, and look, I look at this, a couple of things, the domino effect. If James Harden leaves Philadelphia, and it certainly seems like he is going to.
Yeah, he's done.
Fred Van Fleet's he's going to Philly. All the thoughts of him coming to San Antonio, he's going to Philly with Nick Nurse.
It makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. They had a pretty good relationship in Toronto. That makes a lot of sense, and that'd be great for Philly. I mean, who would you rather have? I'd rather have Van Vliet than I would James Harden at this point in time.
Well, except for the small percentage thought that he could end up in San Antonio, even though he did say F-pop. And you look at available.
Is he coming with Dame, the package deal?
Dame's not coming.
No, duh.
Don't tell anybody.
Jeez.
Don't tell Rob. Dame's not coming.
He's not. I said that yesterday. It's a pipe dream.
He's either going to stay in Portland or go to Miami. He just built a brand new mansion in Portland, too.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
I'd rather talk about hot dogs.
I thought James Harden fit that category.
Well, he does.
All right, 4th of July. Are you hamburger or hot dog? Josh on YouTube says hamburger all day. And Rick says slot dogs.
I don't know what a slot dog is.
The hell is a slot dog?
I'm not sure.
He said, look it up, game changer.
Wookie says always hamburger. Hot dogs are only for baseball games.
Nah, see, that's not true. And again, I like a good hot. And if you're going to get a hot dog, now, no offense to anybody else's hot dog, Tri-County Meat Market, and they're on sale this weekend. They've got the best hot dogs you're ever going to eat.
They're incredible.
Now, 4th of July, you're grilling, you got hamburgers, you got hot dogs. If I'm not getting both, which over the course of the party, I'd probably end up with both.
I would do that.
Unless whoever's grilling them has turned those burgers into hockey pucks. I'm going hamburger first.
Look, Jason, I mean, it's the 4th of July. The commercial doesn't say baseball, hot dogs, hamburgers, apple pie, and Chevrolet. It just says hot dogs.
Well, that commercial went out with the 70s.
It doesn't matter. Hot dog is all American. They don't have a hamburger eating contest.
Joey
on
Chestnut,
the 4th of July.
You're up. By the way, the slot dog looks actually pretty damn good.
What is a slot dog?
You cut it the way, on there. And I don't know if you add something to it or not. There's like a whole commercial on YouTube that Pledge is playing right now that's completely distracting Joe. So you get a new gizmo that you can probably find at a barbecue store on Amazon. So you create the slots. I don't know what the point is unless you're adding something to it. But it looks cool while you're grilling it. Especially like if you get some of those hot dogs that have cheese in them or something.
Oh, I see.
They grab and hold your toppings even better.
The toppings.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So, Joe, you don't get any on your shirt.
I'd probably still get it on my shirt.
Well,
a slot dog, that's a lot of work, though.
You're so lazy.
It's a lot of work. Just throw the dog on the grill and eat it.
On going through on the text line 210-656-ESPN 656-3776. Always hamburger. Cowboy James, love both hot dogs, spicy brown mustard, no ketchup on the 4th of July.
No
this
ketchup
dude
ever.
Said prefer a good mustard hot dog right off of the grill. Nathan's does host a hamburger eating contest. Just saying, Joe.
Yeah.
Don't let facts get in the way of a good story.
2K Poppy says hot dog only if it's all beef, not mixed with chupacabra meat.
Don't frown on the chupacabra meat.
Look, and don't put ketchup on a hot dog. Do not put ketchup on a hot dog. No, never.
I'm a mustard guy.
Well, so am I.
But I'm not anti-ketchup either.
Please.
Now, I will
no
say,
ketchup on a hot dog.
I will say, several years ago, Ryan Nagel was out, and I was out. We were all out at Texas Ranger spring training out in Arizona.
Yes.
And they had a hamburger dog.
Oh, my God.
Where literally on the grill, they combined the hamburger and hot dog and even had a bun for it.
Uh-huh.
It sounded fantastic. I need to go look at the photos. I want to say it was like $12 or $18. It was awful.
It was bad.
It was awful. I mean, you thought you were getting the best of both worlds? It was awful. It was a failed experiment.
Your home for the Cowboys.
Touchdown all the way, runs it in for the touchdown.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville. San Antonio's Sports Center.
It's the news that just broke. The 76ers, James Harden is picking up his option, $35 million and change, and now they're looking at trade scenarios, we are told by ESPN. Spurs Summer Leaguers began practice today. Team will be playing in the California Summer League beginning July 3rd. No Wemby in Sacramento. And the NFL threw the hammer down on 3 players today, suspending them indefinitely for violating gambling policies.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the 3rd time in 7 seasons. The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. I found the photos from when we were at spring training, March of 2017.
Did you really?
Absolutely.
How in the world?
Well, you know, when you search on your phone, it's pretty damn easy.
I guess. That's 6 years ago.
It was. They called it the triple play dog. It was actually only $8.75.
Well, I mean, why let facts get in the way of a good story? $18 sounded a lot better.
Well, I'm guessing I bought Rob's too, so I don't. It was a hot dog wrapped in a hamburger wrapped in bacon.
Uh-huh.
And again, it sounds great. There's the photo of what it looks like. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm showing it.
It was not good.
Here's a great picture of Rob Thompson eating that. That one's even better.
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
No,
honestly.
I mean, but how could you go wrong? A hot dog wrapped in hamburger wrapped in bacon.
It was a good idea. It just bad execution.
Delicious.
Yeah. Bad execution.
With nacho cheese on it.
Uh-huh.
Just saying. For the right. But it was only $8.75.
So are you a chili guy on your hot dog?
Do I like chili dogs?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
I love chili dogs.
Yes.
But again, the ketchup thing is just, and Speckled Truth says Chick-fil-A sauce on a hot dog.
I've not tried that, but
I haven't either.
Sounds legit.
No, it doesn't.
The Chick-fil-A sauce is good. Biggs 2022 watching on YouTube said we just saw Jason's wiener. Yes, and it was wrapped in bacon.
And it was only $8.75.
A lot of guys would take that.
Wow. I don't want to meet those guys. Ever. Wow. I don't know. Have a good, enjoy the 4th of July. We'll probably talk more about this, right? In the coming day.
Like tomorrow while we're out at Texas Cheer Liquor?
Exactly.
Yes.
And you can, when you come out there and see us, bring us a dog. That'd be nice of you.
Depends on where. That's the other part with hot dogs. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, there are some gas station dogs that you look at and you wonder.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Because they've been there for about 3 days.
Well, some look that way, right? Other places have great hot dogs or chili dogs. What restaurants are out near Texas Cheer in Bernie? Because that's where we're going to be tomorrow from 2 to 6. It's the Blitz broadcasting live out there as they celebrate 1 year at that location. See, like, is there a Freddy's out there where you can get a hamburger and chili dog combo?
I don't know if there is or not. Yeah, there's a place in San Marcos. It's a shack, and it's called Chili Dog Number 5, I think. They used to have a whole bunch of them. I think it's the only one left.
Is it still there?
It's fantastic.
Is it still there?
It is.
All
well,
right.
At least the last time I went through San Marcos, it was there.
So that was 1980 what?
No, it was I don't know, 6 months ago, maybe.
All right.
It's delicious. And they wrap them up. They're cheap, and you can eat. They get a little picnic table there you can eat at, or you can take it home.
If you do a chili dog at the house,
are
you making your own chili or opening up a can?
Well, I have made my own chili, but it depends on how big a hurry I'm in. Little Wolf brand with beans, by the way.
See, I'm Wolf brand without beans.
You got to have some beans in there.
Here's the age-old debate: chili with beans or without.
I like beans in my chili. Unless I'm making it myself, and then I won't put beans in it.
What does that mean?
Well, I'm just saying I prefer the Wolf brand with beans, but if it's JR's chili,
JR's chili,
no beans. That's right.
So are you chili with beans or without? So you're saying canned chili needs beans just to add to it?
Exactly.
See, I like canned chili without beans, but if somebody's doing homemade chili, then at that point, however you decide to make it, I know there are people that are anti-bean or pro-bean, and you can't like both. I don't care if it's good. Do you remember that year we were at a Cowboys training camp in Oxnard? David Smoke, who does radio up in Waco. And Smokey's been around forever. And every year, he always does a big old pot of chili there at the tennis courts in Oxnard.
Yeah.
Well, a couple of years ago, we're out there, and Smokey's very proud of his chili. And Rob and I got a bowl of that chili, and you probably did too. You're still working at TV at the time.
Yeah.
And Rob and I go back to our tent where we broadcast from, and we're eating this going, what's up with this chili? Rob couldn't even finish this. But there was something off about it. It was just a unique flavor. It was good, but it was like, so, and Smokey's very proud of his chili. I hope he never hears this, although we've talked about this before and he's called me out. But, so in conversation, I'm like, man, Smoke, what was in that chili? It had some, that's grape jelly.
Grape jelly.
Grape jelly.
In chili.
Was his secret ingredient.
Well, obviously, it wasn't very good. If Rob Thompson didn't finish it,
well,
it wasn't very good.
A lot of people didn't finish it based on the half-full bowls in the trash can.
Yeah, I must have missed that batch because I don't think I would have finished that either.
Well,
grape jelly.
A lot of you TV guys, you show up when the Cowboys do, and then you leave before practices really got going when you're only there for that first weekend.
Sometimes, and then
you miss all the good stuff.
And the difference is what I love about doing radio now is on TV you actually have to work.
Well,
radio, it's like you just sit there and talk.
That's what we do. And it's not like you were working either. Marcus did all the work. You just stood there and waited for Marcus to say, all right, Joe, you're on.
I told Marcus what to shoot. He wouldn't have been anything without me. Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
I had to point things out, say Marcus over there, Marcus over here.
I mean, I'm going to tell you, I'm telling on you because Marcus deserves better than this. So the workroom, in the workroom's a big old tent on tennis courts.
Yep, it is.
And the TV guys are in there. And you can see the anchors are sitting in these white fold-out chairs, kind of behind their photographers who are editing stuff. And they're all shooting the breeze while the photographers are doing all the editing. And then you might see somebody lean over and say, yeah, that right there. And then, they carry all that equipment out, all of that equipment. And the TV guy might grab a tripod. And they've got wagons.
Yeah, how heavy those tripods are? Dude, they're heavy.
They've got wagons. They're pulling all this stuff out, setting up all these lights and chairs, and you sit down on the football field and then take after take after take to get it right. Nah, that Marcus did all the work.
Yeah, let me tell you something. What do you mean take after take? It was live.
It wasn't live.
Live TV.
No, it's all the takes for the morning stuff that you would have to record and tape, and for the other noon shows and all
I don't
the
know.
other.
You must have been watching Don Harris because you weren't watching me. It didn't take me take after take after take. Now that might have been Harris, but it wasn't me.
And you weren't editing anything or carrying anything other than a tripod.
I would edit stuff sometimes, but then Marcus would take it all, out there and set up a nice little studio and set up lights. And
we're walking out, see Marcus carrying this wagon, stuff on his shoulder, and there's Joe taking pictures of this, walking with nothing in his hands but his briefcase.
Had to look pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Can't be all sweaty like.
Dude, it's 68 degrees. Nobody's sweating out there.
That's very true. Those were the days.
They're coming up, man. A month away.
I'm looking forward to it.
A month away of not working.
Exactly.
According to Joe. The bosses, listen, you guys don't know how hard we actually work during training camp.
Uh-huh.
We got to get up early.
We do?
That's not as early as Rob and Rudy.
No.
They have to get there and turn on the lights.
No, it's good. We just have to be there for practice. It is longer days. I will say that. And you got to,
Are you kidding? With our new show times, we're done at 4.
That's what I'm saying, though. We start at noon.
Oh, we got to figure out lunch. We're going to have to really figure out lunch.
We got to get up early.
Well, we already established that.
Yeah.
We already established.
Show starts at noon out
Show
there.
starts at noon.
Wow.
But we always get there by 9 a.m. anyway.
That's true.
California time.
Right.
But now we got to figure out lunch. I mean, that's the only reason why Tim Spence is going, because he's going to have to go get us lunch every day and bring it back to the facility.
Love that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is fantastic.
Are we getting another half a peace sign?
We are, I think, yeah.
He'll know his role real quick.
Spence, there's a great sandwich shop not too far from Oxnard, from training camp, that it's a great place to go get lunch, just in case you were wondering.
Which one?
I don't know what it's called.
Dude.
How am I supposed to know?
There's so many good spots out there.
Well, there is.
Breakfast every day at Spud Nuts.
Yeah.
What's
that Lazy Dog place? I love that place. It's called Lazy Dog. But that's dinner.
It's called Lazy Dog.
Is that what it's called?
And then, of course, you got the Rudder Room, which is the worst bar in America.
They don't have
fantastic.
food, though. I'm talking about food first, and then the Rudder Room.
I skip straight to the good stuff.
Yeah.
And then that pizza place, Toppers.
That's good.
Toppers Pizza.
Yeah. Looking forward to it. It's right around the corner.
Cannot wait. A month. We are a month away from being in Oxnard for our AA Best Bail Bonds Dallas Cowboys training camp coverage. Who are the Spurs going to target? NBA free agency. First big news item of the day has dropped. Harden opting in, but they're exploring trades. We're talking about it as we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. If you're shopping for a new vehicle, especially this holiday weekend, get over and see my friends at Ancira Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram Truck, part of the Ancira Itonado complex. Very easy for me to tell you about and recommend Ancira because I am a long-time Ancira customer, and it's because of their great customer service before, during, and most importantly, after the sale. That great customer service is why Ancira has been a top family-run dealership in San Antonio for decades. And Price made Ancira number one. Price keeps Ancira number one. So think Ancira. Ancira Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram Truck, part of the Ancira Itonado complex on I-10 West between Wurzbach and Huebner.
It's R&R in the morning.
Friday on R&R in the morning, it is RJ Ochoa showtime. He'll join us at 7:30.
NBA free agency is imminent. Are the Spurs going to make a move? It's going to be a busy weekend. We'll talk about that. Your favorite place to be when the fireworks are going off. The party starts at 6. Yeah, I said it.
It's your wake-up call. R&R in the morning, 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagel here. I want to take a moment to talk to you about advertising on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Yeah, we get this question quite a bit. Here's what you have to do. Contact Morgan Harrison via email. It's morgan.harrison@alphamediausa.com. From there, she's going to have one of our folks connect with you on how you can advertise right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Or since Alpha Media is a full-service advertising company, online, other radio stations, and even television, since that's just about all through the internet. Happy connecting.
Texas, the Powerball jackpot is over $400 million, and you can now buy official Texas lottery tickets right from your phone with jackpot.com. Go game. Plus, get a free ticket with your first play. Get in on the action. Go to jackpot.com and buy lottery tickets on your phone. Go to jackpot.com. That's jackpot.com, jackpot.com.
Paid for by jackpot.com. You must be 18 or older to order a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Gravely Momentous Savings Event is going on at Bill's Tractor. Get up to $1,000 off select Gravely zero-turn mowers. Bill's Tractor is offering 0% financing for approved buyers with payments starting at only $104 a month. Gravely mowers are designed for exceptional comfort and built for dependability. Don't miss the Gravely Momentous Savings Event at Bill's Tractor and save up to $1,000 on a new Gravely zero-turn mower. Test drive a Gravely mower today or visit billstractor.com.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
Not all pizza places are the same. Mellow Mushroom originated hand-tossed, stone-baked classic Southern pizza. Not in the mood for pizza? Order a calzone, hoagie, sandwich, burger, or a mellow salad and see how care goes into every item on the menu. Take your pick from 24 draft beers and or handcrafted cocktails. And many of the pizzas can be made gluten-free or vegan. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Golfers, tee it up this 4th of July at Edwin Watts Golf Shops for their huge red, white, and blue sale. Save 20, 15, or 10% on select items in every department. Bags, balls, shoes, clubs, apparel, and accessories are on sale now through July 4th. Come in and register to win a Callaway limited edition staff bag with head covers at every location. And it's all happening now through 4th of July at Edwin Watts Golf Shops, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee, serving golfers since 1968.
Response to Diamonds Direct's amazing finance offer has been off the charts, so we're extending it through this Saturday. You can go into the holiday weekend with some new bling and spread your payments over as long as 5 years with special financing, or save up to $5,000 on the spot. It's our best finance offer ever and our most aggressive pricing. Fine jewelry has never been more affordable, but this amazing offer ends this Saturday and will not be extended. Only at Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion. Details and more at diamondsdirect.com on approved credit.
Friday at Dive Bar, 6422 Babcock. Dive into some live country music with the Jace Martin Band starting at 8. Enjoy $3 Bud Light, $5 Rufflemans, and $5 Crown, and the kitchen's open till midnight. Dive Bar, 6422 Babcock. A free rides venue.
Hi, I'm attorney Steve Benke. If you've made the decision to divorce, you need an experienced attorney who can help. I've helped many people get through divorce, custody, child support, and alimony problems. Call me. I'm attorney Steve Benke.
210-DIVORCE or go to BenkeLaw.com.
It's Hot Ticket Thursday. Be the ninth caller at 210-656-ESPN. And you could be on your way. The hottest tickets to the hottest events. Ninth caller wins.
Ninth caller wins tickets to go see Eclipse, a Journey tribute. They're playing at the Aztec Theater on July 29th. Caller number 9 right now on this Hot Ticket Thursday. 210-656-ESPN. 656-3776. I saw Eclipse Saturday night. They were at the Fuel Bar. They do a fantastic job.
So I mean this sincerely, because if you're going to do Journey, you've got to have a guy that sings well. Does he sound like
sings well,
Steve
and he
Perry?
has. Yeah, he sounds like Steve, and to a degree looks like Steve because he's got long hair.
Okay,
unlike Anel Pineda, who is the guy that is replaced Steve Perry in the actual Journey band.
Well, he's a pretty good voice, though.
He is, but when you watch him, It just doesn't look right.
No,
It doesn't.
no.
Yeah, it
This
looks
guy
like,
looks more like
it.
Steve
Yes,
Cherry. Okay,
yes,
all right.
yes.
Because I mean that's important, to me anyway.
Well, it is.
I mean, Steve Perry was. I mean, the guy was incredible.
Yeah, and trust me, guys, you go, you win.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. What date is that?
It is July 29th at the Aztec.
Okay. Well, all right. July 29th.
When do we leave for Oxnard? The 30th.
Yeah. So
you're going to win either way because you're going to be gone a week.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But it
Yeah.
seems to me, it'd be a nice getaway.
Yeah.
Night before the getaway.
Sure.
Uh-huh. That's on a Saturday night because we leave on a Sunday.
That is correct.
Okay. See, it all fits together now.
I could see you doing the math in your head.
Man.
Trying to figure all this stuff out.
That is fantastic.
Mm-hmm. The San Antonio Spurs going through summer league practice as we speak, and they must be talking about now because I'm seeing some quotes from various NBA writers. Victor will be ready to go in Vegas, and he's scheduled to talk to the media tomorrow. They didn't make him available today, so it'll be interesting what it's like tomorrow. Now, we will have a Spur call in tomorrow at 2:30. Don't know which one yet. I know it's not Wemby. But we will talk to somebody to talk about Wemby and be on the floor with them and kind of locker room stuff. And, as they get ready for summer league, because all these guys have a chance to be in a spotlight because everybody's going to be looking at Wemby.
Well, it's a big opportunity for a lot of these guys to go and catch the eye of the coaches. I saw some tweets earlier that Pop was actually a practice. Obviously, he's not doing anything because he's not coaching the summer league team. He never does.
Not doing anything.
Well, he's just sitting there making sure Wemby's okay. I'm sure.
Well, that's it.
He's got the bubble wrap at the ready.
He's not yelling yet. When's the first time he goes all Serbian on Wemby?
Never.
But Wemby has heard all the stories from Tony Parker.
Well, I'm sure. But Pop is a much different Pop
I think
now than he was back when poor Tony Parker just got ripped up one side and down the other.
We'll see. But, I mean, there's video of him doing a little bit of coaching.
Well, I guess so. Who's he coaching there?
Well, I mean,
looks like Jeremy Sohan.
I mean, he's got purple hair. Let's go, Jeremy.
I would say that. Yeah, right.
Hey, odds on that's Jeremy.
Yeah.
Don't even need to see him. I see a purple hair. Jeremy, right?
Yeah, that's Jeremy. And some other coach.
Yeah. You just look at with free agency about to get underway. And we know how the Spurs operate. They're very deliberate in everything that they do. The question as free agency is about to open up, how aggressive are they right off the bat? And if you had Fred VanVleet on your bingo card to come to San Antonio, take it off. If James Harden, who opted in a little while ago, about 30 minutes ago, it was announced by Woj that James Harden was opting in, but he and the Sixers were going to work on a trade. And apparently the Clippers and the Knicks are the front runners. If James Harden leaves Philadelphia, I see Fred ending up there reuniting with Nick Nurse, the new coach of the 76ers.
That makes perfect sense because I know they had a pretty good relationship in Toronto. And quite frankly, Nick Nurse shouldn't have been fired in Toronto, but he was. He's got the job in Philadelphia now. So that makes perfect sense. Well, I can't wait to see James Harden in a Clippers uniform. That'd be great. And he's going to be the only guy out there when number 2 and Paul George are hurt.
Number 2 announced today that he had his surgery and he's 100% healthy and ready to play 82 games.
Yeah, I know. He's ready, but he'll get hurt game 2.
It's still June. The fact that he said he wants to play 82 games.
He's lying.
And then you've got Kyrie that is going to visit tomorrow with the Phoenix Suns. And I'm thinking, all right, they just added Bradley Beal, Kyrie and Kevin Durant back together again. You got Ayton still there. I just look at this and I don't know what Kyrie's thinking. I don't know what Phoenix is thinking by bringing in Kyrie and building a mega super team.
Well, I'm sure that Kyrie would love to play in Phoenix, but they have no money to pay him unless they can deal DeAndre Hopkins, DeAndre Ayton.
DeAndre Hopkins has already left Arizona.
Yeah, maybe he can play basketball. But Ayton has got to go if they're going to even entertain Kyrie Irving going in there. I just think Kyrie likes the attention. He wants to go on a little tour and let everybody tell him how good he is, and he'll end up back in Dallas.
From the Spurs standpoint, we know they need a guard. You kind of feel like they should be targeting a guard, whether it's through free agency. And when you look at the available guards, realistic that would come to San Antonio, there's not a lot out there that gets you overly excited. Now, a trade for the kid in Cleveland, I'd love that. You've been all over Gabe Vincent for a long time. And then you kind of look around, like Patrick Beverly, he ain't coming here. Dennis Schroeder's not coming here. Reggie Jackson, maybe.
I could see a Schroeder coming here. I just don't know if does that move the needle. I don't know. I don't know if a Gabe Vincent does either, but I just know that he won that job. I'm hearing rumors though, and reading stories that it could be the older of the two guards for the Miami Heat coming to San Antonio. That's a possibility.
Well, and again, you want to get that veteran guy. Kyle Lowry coming down here would be interesting, and certainly an upgrade with being a veteran. Not going to be rattled. Educate Wemby.
Can shoot the three.
Is he?
I wouldn't be upset.
Is he a free
by
agent,
that.
or would that have to be done by trade?
I believe he's a free agent.
He's not on any of my list for free agents.
Restricted. I'm not sure. Let's see here.
Well, either way, I mean, you expect over the next, by the time we do the Blitz on Monday, and I say we, I mean me, because I'm the only one having to work on Monday, but I wonder what we're going to know. Well, Pledge is always working. He just gave me the look. Pledge is here when he's not on the clock. So I don't count you, Pledge, when you have to work on Monday. You have to work extra on Monday. Glad the boss threw you a bone. And we're going to get you some rest on that Monday. Can you do the morning show with Rudy and produce the regular shift in the afternoon after a Rangers game?
So Kyle Lowry has a year left on his contract, but the Heat, according to this particular story that I'm reading, are dangling him in a trade. Would that be a fit in San Antonio? Would you go for a Kyle Lowry here? I mean, the guy was once a great player. He had a great playoff run, I thought, and he played well.
Yes, the answer. I would like a Kyle Lowry here, and I don't know if he would be an expensive trade. You look at Cleveland, you make a trade there for a young point guard, and I would love that, but it would probably cost you a couple of picks and a Keldon Johnson.
Lowry makes just under $30 million. That's what he's got scheduled for next year.
Guess how much the Spurs have to spend?
Right, that would fit.
That fits what the Spurs have to spend, depending on how you look at it. The Spurs have to spend at least $26 million, but up to $38 if they use their $12 million MLE. So, they've got about $38 million at their disposal that they have to spend. So, by the time we come in on Monday, we will have an idea of at least who they're talking to. The Spurs, as we know, are always so tight-lipped as an organization. And it feels like this offseason, with all the money, all the draft capital, it's quieter than normal when it involves the Spurs, which is weird because they are going to be major players either in the trade market or the free agent market because they've got money and picks.
Yeah, they've got to do something. Look, they've got so many picks. They're going to end up giving them away like Oklahoma City did. But even Mark Stein, Mark Stein's pretty plugged in everywhere. And he even says that the Spurs are being the Spurs, and you just don't know exactly what direction they're looking or where they're going to go. So we can sit here and speculate all day long. It's what we do, and it's a lot of fun.
Yes.
But nobody really knows what the Spurs are thinking or what they're looking at or what they're going to do.
Brian, as you're driving home from the practice facility, Darius Garland.
Oh, I'm sure he's never heard of that guy.
I'm just saying, if you're looking for that sign, there it is.
I can see Brian right now. Wow. Thank you, Jason. I would have never thought of that.
Keldon and a couple of ones. Get it done.
Keldon and a couple of ones.
Come on, BW, make
sure,
that happen.
Why not? Yeah.
Come on. What's the? If you see that pop up on your phone, answer it.
I don't want to know what Cleveland's area code is. You ever been to Cleveland?
No.
Ugh.
It's been forever.
Well, it's been forever with me too.
2007.
Yeah, the Spurs
Since
swept,
you've been in the 216.
The Spurs swept LeBron and the Cavs that year.
I wouldn't mind going to Cleveland.
Why?
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and then drive down to Canton. Go to the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Oh, you should do that.
Well, I've never done it, so you can tell how high it is on my bucket list to go. As much as I want to go to the Pro Football Hall of Fame tells you how much I don't want to go to Ohio.
What was so bad about Cleveland?
Here we go.
Was that everything shut down so early? We're in Cleveland, and even the NBA's media room back then shut down, like at 10 o'clock, and you don't even get out of the arena until then.
It's all about Joe.
It was horrible.
All about Joe.
Of course it is.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. Don't forget, it's a Hot Ticket Thursday coming up at 5:20. We've got Dave Chappelle tickets to give away, so make sure you're listening. Don't go anywhere, but make sure you're here at 5:20 for your chance to win tickets to go see Dave Chappelle.
This is Rudy J from R&R in the Morning. Join us morning 6 to 10. Grab a cup of Joe and join us on your ride to work right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's patio season, so get over to the Roo Pub at 281 and Redland Road to enjoy the great South Texas weather. As always, ice-cold beer and specialty drinks, happy hour weekdays from 11 to 6, and the kitchen is open late until 2 a.m. every day. Add the Roo Pub into your lunch rotation with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. You know there is no better place to watch a game, and they always have all the fights. The Roo Pub next to the Angry Elephant, 281 and Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
I was in a terrible accident with a commercial vehicle. I had to have surgery on my back. My life was turned upside down and I was completely screwed. Then I called the Force, the Davis law firm. Jeff personally handled my case. After expenses and attorney fees, I received $397,988. It's really true. Jeff was here for me.
I'm Jeff Davis. If you were injured by a car or large truck, call me at my San Antonio office at 444-4444. That's 444-4444. There's only one number to remember, and that's 4.
Hi, we're Comparion Insurance Agency. Right now you're thinking, Comparion, never heard of them. We know. We also know that you have no idea that Comparion Insurance agents are local and provide expert advice. So to help it stick, we're going to say local agent 4 times in the next 15 seconds. Ready? Go. Our local agents know you and your community. Our local agents offer insurance from top carriers. Our local agents have minty fresh breath.
Find us at ComparionInsurance.com. Comparion Insurance Agency. Local agents, expert advice.
And there's number 4.
I've been driving commercial vehicles for 20 years. Every big road across this country. Anywhere the work takes me, that's where I'm driving. But that's not where I'm going. I'm going to see my little girl graduate high school and my boy get married and to teach my grandkids a thing or two. And I realize everyone out there is going somewhere. So it just makes sense to help each other get there safely. Let's all get where we're going. Learn more at www.sharetheroadsafely.gov.
Paid for by the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-330-2929. That's 800-330-2929. 800-330-2929.
If you're hiring, it can feel like trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. Like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Now try ZipRecruiter free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/FREE.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Susan, I'm sorry I'm late. Traffic is terrible.
It sure is. But on top of that, gas prices have been skyrocketing. I can't believe how expensive gas has gotten recently.
Prices at the pump are up, but I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
And does that actually add up to anything?
I've made around $200.
Wow, that's cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code UP for an extra 25 cents per gallon cash back on your first fill-up. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or any gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code UP for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code UP for 25 cents per gallon cash back on your first fill-up.
For adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy, now there's Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin at 4 months, and Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Nothing and me go hand in hand. Nothing on my skin, that's my new plan. Nothing is every day.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, you could achieve 90% clearer skin. Ask your doctor about the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
All guests appearing on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star appear on the Buyers Barricades guest line. Buyers Barricades provides traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. Online at buyersbarricades.com. Joe Reinagel, Jason Minix, The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is The Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. On Twitter, at Joe Reinagel210. You can tweet at me at Jason Minix. Station is at SA Sports Star. If you're watching on YouTube like Marcus Floyd, you can always comment there. Make sure you subscribe to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel.
Hey, don't let Marcus tell you things that aren't true. He might do that. I did all the work. Everybody knows it.
I've known Marcus a long time. And I would take Marcus's word, especially when it comes to you and how hard you actually worked at training camp, because I saw Marcus doing all the work. I saw you combing your hair.
Well, that's why we made a great team.
Yeah, absolutely. Marcus, I feel you, brother. I travel with them too. I understand.
He's a good dude, man. We were a good team for many years.
So you talk about good teams. It's a bad transition to the Dallas Cowboys, so insert your joke there.
Well, a good team.
They're a good team.
The regular season.
But not in the postseason. And I think when you look at Tony Pollard and the importance he has to the Dallas Cowboys coming into this season, where he will be the featured back, but he's playing on the franchise tag, it is interesting when you look at the idea of how much he actually could get paid. I've said many times since he got the tag, he's a one-year guy. He's got 1 year left with the Dallas Cowboys because I never saw the Dallas Cowboys paying him big money, what the running back market was looking like. But the running back market this offseason has so completely changed, it's not even funny. In fact, Miles Sanders on the Rich Eisen show said it's all BS right now.
I think it's BS, honestly. There's a lot of, almost every running back in the league is underpaid right now. I don't know what's going to take, but I don't know. But that's a topic that needs to be, brought up a little bit more because it sucks to be a running back right now, honestly.
It does suck to be a running back right now because you feel like your position group just isn't getting the money at one point it was. And when you look at guys on their second year contract as they're getting up to, 27, 28, 29, 30 years old, their production seems to drop. That's one of the reasons why Saquon Barkley has not gotten the deal he's looking for. And you would think a guy like Saquon, who there's video today of that dude bench pressing or squatting almost 600 pounds barefoot. It's insane.
The Giants are going to end up paying the guy. They're not going to let him go. He's their entire offense. So
Danny Dimes, he got paid.
He's just biding his time. They're going to end up paying Saquon Barkley. They're not going to let him get away. But you go back to Tony Pollard, and I can't believe that the Cowboys let this. I'm not saying you break the bank with the Zeke Elliott type of contract, but if Tony Parker is the guy that everybody thinks he is, and I think we saw that, and we saw the Cowboys offense, sputtered when he got hurt in San Francisco, I think you've got to entertain signing this guy to a longer-term deal. And I think Stephen Jones has even indicated that is a distinct possibility.
I think they would like to keep Tony Pollard around, but not at north of $10 million a year for 3 or 4 years. And with the running back market, what it is today versus last offseason or the offseason before that, the current market means maybe you can get a deal done with Tony Pollard. And then you look at the importance of Tony Pollard. I think a lot of us fans are excited to finally see him get the opportunity. I think he has shed the description of he can't be an every down back. Now, granted, he had coaching staffs at University of Memphis and the Jason Garrett staff and the Mike McCarthy staff. None of those guys, none of those staffs felt like he could be the featured back. They all thought he had a limit of the number of snaps and carries he could get in a game. But now that seems to have changed. Whatever work he has done, that has changed where the Cowboys have said, here's the keys to the car. You're the guy.
Well, because he's proven himself. He had to work his butt off to prove himself and to fight off all these false claims. The good thing about Tony Pollard is he can do it all. He runs the football well. He can catch the ball out of the backfield, and he can take it to the house every time he touches it. And that's a unique back that you just don't see a lot in the NFL.
And for a guy that was part-time to Zeke last year, as the NFL Top 100 gets set to be released, he is featured in the trailer video with Saquon Barkley saying that Tony Pollard is one of his favorite backs to watch.
Tony Pollard, he's probably one of my favorite backs right now.
There's no catching him.
He's patient, and then he has that acceleration.
Pollard, he busts up the middle.
Good luck trying to tackle him.
Give him the football. That's all I can say.
Then I see how he was coming. I'm like, he ain't finna expect this. Wham!
When he decides to go north, it's crazy. He hits it hard. He's getting about 5 yards every time, regardless of who's in front of him, where they're coming from. He epitomizes an every down back. At any moment he touches the ball, he can score from anywhere.
Touchdown, Tony Pollard.
70, 60, 10, 1, no matter what, he's going to find a way to get in the end zone.
Pollard's going to, if it doesn't happen before, and I'm still not convinced that it won't happen before the season starts, Pollard getting a 3-year deal with the Cowboys. But if he doesn't, and he has a year like he had last year, and like everybody believes that he can do, I don't see how you let that guy walk out the door. Because second, it's kind of like Dak Prescott. You got no plan B. The Dallas Cowboys got no plan B if Tony Pollard walks.
They don't have a replacement in the building. But you look at a Tony Pollard who is 26 years old. You do the math. If he gets a 4-year deal, by that final year of the deal, the wheels will have come off the wagon. Now, being a part-time player, does that add years to that? Because he doesn't have the same wear and tear on his body that, say, Zeke does, being the featured back for so many years. And to your point, he worked his ass off to become a reliable every down kind of back. He didn't always have that. And again, multiple coaching staff said the same thing. So you have to believe that he has changed his approach and what he was doing to earn the opportunity here. But with the market changing, even if he does have an incredible season, I don't know that the Cowboys, knowing what CeeDee's about to get, what Diggs is going to get, good Lord, what Micah Parsons is going to get, if they're going to be lining up to give him a massive deal. If he gets a team-friendly deal, whatever that is, 6, 8, 4, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I mean, look at the Cowboys and who they have to pay, and look at the running back market and how it's dried up. I mean, when a guy like Saquon isn't like, yeah, man, what do you want? Here, sign here.
He's going to get paid.
He's going to get paid, but look how difficult they are making it. All these guys want to feel loved, but I don't know even if the Cowboys wanted to, knowing everybody else that they've got to pay, that they're going to give that kind of money to a running back. They did it with DeMarco Murray, and it didn't work. They did it with Zeke Elliott. It didn't work. They're not going to do it a third time, and they're not going to do it with Tony Pollard.
Well, then they're stupid. I mean, seriously, how do you not pay this guy? That's why I'm saying I think that they'll do it before the season. I honestly believe that they'll work out a deal with Tony Pollard before the season begins, so they'll know exactly where they sit. Because look, he's a hell of a player. Diana Rossini in the soundbite we heard early in the show said
we can play it now.
Do it.
I actually think Tony Pollard is the most important factor on this offense. We got to see how he recovers, right? If he's going to be healthy. But there were moments after I had several conversations with different defensive coordinators that faced the Dallas Cowboys last season. It was always about Pollard's ability. I had one coach even say to me, he looked like Christian McCaffrey at times. That's how good he was playing. And when he was rolling, this Cowboys team was rolling. So he really has become one of the integral parts of this offense.
Integral parts, I would say he was more than that. I mean, my goodness. There was a time, and again, I just go back to that San Francisco game. When he went out, the Cowboys offense just sputtered. Nothing happened. So, I mean, he was a huge part of that offense. He certainly was last year. And coming back healthy, I have no doubt he comes back healthy. It's a broken leg.
Yeah, I'm
not like any ligament damage there.
I'm not worried about the injury and what he comes back from.
I just think you got to pay this guy. You got to have him around. I think he's earned it. You have no plan B. I get that Kansas City and some of these teams go out and they find guys out of the woodwork, and maybe the Cowboys do that. But if he is Christian McCaffrey-like, don't you have to give this guy a $10 million 3-year deal, $30 million? I mean, to me, it's a no-brainer.
But again, where are you going to get that $10 million?
Well,
I mean, would you rather pay Micah Parsons or Tony Pollard?
Oh, well, that's stupid.
All right. Would you rather pay Diggs or Tony Pollard?
I'd rather pay Tony Pollard.
Wow. I mean,
why is that? Wow. What has Trayvon Diggs done?
Oh, wow.
Tell me. He had a great first year, and then what? What has he done since? He's not going to tackle anybody. I mean, dude, I would much rather have Tony Pollard paid than Trayvon Diggs. I'm not sure Trayvon Diggs is the guy. Everybody's all like, oh, Trayvon, he had all those interceptions his first year. Last year, what did he do? Nothing.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that. But at the same,
well, tell me what he did.
But oh, good Lord, we don't have enough time in the show to talk.
Because you can't think of anything.
Are you? I mean, he's still a great cover guy. We could look up his past breakups. I mean, he goes for interceptions. He does give up yards, but he also has teams going to the other side of the field, which is why the importance of getting Gilmore is because you've already got one side of the field that was essentially taken away by Diggs. He's fantastic, and they are going to keep him.
Well, you tell me, Cowboy fan, and I'm serious. Who would you rather have, Diggs or Pollard? Let me know.
210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. You can also get us on Twitter at Joe Reinagle 210. You can tweet at me at Jason Minix. And you need to go online at BraintreeNutrition.com and order Joe this product there they call Think. It is a brain enhancer that they have there at BraintreeNutrition.com. Because sometimes if you got a little brain fog, Joe, you get a little distracted, maybe a little forgetful on how good a guy like Diggs can be. You need help with that focus. this brain enhancer from BraintreeNutrition.com can certainly help. It will amplify laser-like focus, concentration, sparks creativity and problem solving. Staying focused is a big part of what we do, despite what you might hear from Ryan Eagle at times. And I've noticed since I've been using Think, it does make a difference. They also have a sleep aid called Restore that has been fantastic. I haven't slept this good, this consistently in a long time. Now, I started using BraintreeNutrition.com, helping out and supporting a friend, Andrew Sandejo. Played in the NFL for about 12 years, went to Rice. Well, he and some of his buddies from Rice and a doctor, a neurologist, they developed BraintreeNutrition.com. They've got 4 different product lines. I'm using 2 of them, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate what they have done for me. BraintreeNutrition.com is the website. You can learn more and order online. BraintreeNutrition.com.
Hot Ticket Thursday just got a little warmer. Every Thursday with R&R in the morning and in the afternoons with the Blitz. It's your chance for the hottest tickets at 620, 720, 820, and 920. Then the Blitz have your tickets at 220, 320, 420, and 520. Hot Ticket Thursday just got smoking hot. Every Thursday with R&R in the morning and afternoons with the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
GOAT, G-O-A-T, acronym, stands for greatest of all time. As in, spaghetti sandwiches for dinner? They're my fave. Dad, you're the GOAT.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
The roar of our engines, the pump of our heartbeats, the pedal to our metal, the sparks that ignite us, the pistons that push us, the passions that drive us. From the feelings that move us to the places that pull us on the roads that unite us. With nearly 6,000 stores and over 17,000 auto care centers, Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds are one of the boldest, protein-packed, and low-carb snacks out there. And with flavors that will have you craving for more, you'll want to stock up on Southern Recipe small batch at your local H-E-B. Pick up your favorite flavors of Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds today. Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. Be big, be bold, be adventurous. Find your flavor at southernrecipesmallbatch.com.
The Golf Club of Texas has some of the best course conditions with the friendliest staff. The golf is great. They have a lighted driving range and practice area. While it feels like a country club, it's not a private club. It's open to the public, so bring the family into the 10 Cup Bar. It's the nicest sit-down restaurant in that area of SA, specializing in Texas food, wine, and spirits. For golf or dinner, go to Golf Club of Texas off Highway 90, online at golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, the friendliest golf course in Texas.
Listen up, Texas. The Powerball jackpot is over $400 million, and you can now buy official state lottery games right from your phone with jackpot.com. Get in on the action right now and buy official Powerball, Mega Millions, and Lotto Texas tickets with jackpot.com. Just choose your favorite lottery game, pick your lucky numbers, and get your winnings instantly. Plus, right now, get a free lottery ticket with your first play.
I love playing the lottery, and jackpot.com makes it so easy because you can buy all your tickets right from your phone.
Jackpot.com notifies me right away if I win. It's safe and secure, and I never have to worry about losing my lottery tickets again.
This is the greatest thing ever. I can buy tickets right on my phone for Powerball, Lotto Texas, and other lottery games while I'm sitting on my couch at home.
Don't wait. Go to jackpot.com and buy lottery tickets on your phone. Plus, right now, get a free lottery ticket with your first play. Go to jackpot.com. That's jackpot.com. Jackpot.com.
Paid for by jackpot.com. You must be 18 or older to order a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
If you've been injured in a car or truck accident, y'all need you to call the Rexperts. Hey, it's Rudy J. Hilly and Solis, most people don't know anything you say or write can and will be used against you by the insurance company to reduce or possibly deny your accident claim. The law office of Hilly and Solis will go to work and make sure you get the compensation you deserve, and they're going to make sure you get it fast. They're former prosecutors. They don't just know how to fight. They know how to win. Let the Rexperts take care of dealing with insurance companies so you can worry about yourself and you can worry about your family. Don't let these insurance companies take advantage of you. See if you can turn that crash into cash. Hillian Solis will hire the top medical and technical experts to support your claim. Call for your free, yes, free, no obligation consultation right now at 210-762-6261. That's 210-762-6261.
Principal office in San Antonio, Texas. Message brought to you by a non-attorney spokesperson.
Listen to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star on your Amazon or Google smart speaker and just say, Alexa, play the Blitz on San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. If you've done any grilling lately, and you have, make sure you upload those photos to sasportstar.com, the Grilling with the Blitz page. In about an hour, we're going to judge your meat and give away a to Tri-County Meat Market. Now, obviously, we want to make sure you had a great dinner. You know, because you think about it. I mean, if it's crap, you're probably not going to win. Then again, if it's crap, you're probably not going to post it. Which, funny story, the other day, no, seriously, the other day, my neighbor posted on Facebook that her son Eli didn't like what she had cooked for dinner and pushed it away and said, I'm not eating this, and, you know, whatever kids say when they don't want dinner. I'm still curious what they actually had, but I texted my neighbor Hal, and I was like, tell Eli he can come over to the house. I got lots of leftover food, and I said, just throw a ball over the fence and tell him, Mom, I got to go get a ball. I'm going over to the Minix's and eat. That was 2 or 3 nights ago. Every day this week, there's been a ball in the backyard.
Did you feed the kid the first night?
No. No, he went to bed without dinner.
Oh, as he should have.
As he should have.
Yes.
As he should have.
Yes. Don't want to get in anybody else's business when it comes to their kids, but that's what would have happened to me.
But didn't you hate it when your mom cooked something that you know you hated?
Yes. But you either ate it or you were hungry.
We were hungry. At my house, we were hungry.
Yeah?
Remember one time I got busted for feeding it to the dog. Problem is, the dog didn't even want to eat it. It was liver and onions. I'll never forget that.
Well, thank goodness that was never made in my house, although my dad really loved liver and onions.
Really? So my mom loves liver and onions. And that might be the worst meal on planet Earth.
It might be.
Next to whatever Amy made Eli eat the other night.
Maybe it was liver and onions. Could have been. You never know.
I doubt it. I doubt it. But I'm getting a nice collection of footballs and basketballs in the backyard.
Well, that's cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, because the kid hadn't come over and knocked on the door since I told him to do that. I think he might be grounded. Probably should be.
Well, he can sneak
since he didn't want to eat dinner. He's not old enough to sneak out. He's not at that age yet.
How old is he?
Like 10, maybe 8. I don't know.
Maybe he just wants to play catch with you. Go out and play catch with the kid.
No, because I think he's, before he goes to camp or whatever kids do this time of year, I think he's throwing them over in the morning because they're out there in the morning.
You don't throw them back?
Well, not right now because I normally do, but right now I'm waiting for him to come over and eat the damn leftovers.
Oh, well.
I mean,
now, see, wouldn't
my kid doesn't live at home, and when Bree moved out, I've got leftovers for days.
But if I'm Hal,
what are you looking at me like that for, Pledge? Pledge knows sometimes. Pledge will. I'm grilling something, and Pledge is, hey, I needed to come by for, you left a pencil in my office to get leftovers.
I don't blame him.
You would think that I would just bring you the leftovers?
I saw this mic flag left at your station, so
yeah,
I'd bring it home to you.
Exactly.
Does he throw a ball over the fence first?
Pledge?
Yeah.
Are you kidding? Pledge knows the combination of my door.
Yep.
Right? He doesn't even knock. He just walks right in. Like, hey, Pledge, what are you doing here? Well, I texted you I was coming over. Dude, my phone's over there. I haven't seen it. What you got to eat? Old J.J. Watt got himself a new job.
He did.
Made the announcement today. He did this on purpose, but he screwed up his announcement.
Quick bit of news for you on a Thursday morning. I just got a job at CBS.
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 Nice. That's a good place to for a retiree to get a job.
He's going to work in the photo department.
Yeah, that's good.
He's going to be in front of the camera.
Little pro tip out there for anybody starting a new job. Don't screw up the announcement. It's not a good way to start your first day on the job, especially if that job is at a global network with millions and millions of viewers, hundreds of Emmys. You just want to start off on a better foot. I will be working at CBS this fall. He was on the hat the whole time. I really should have known. But I am extremely excited to be joining JB, Coach, Boomer, Phil, and Nate. Talk a little NFL this fall, talk a little life, have a global platform to make fun of my brothers on. It really is a great opportunity. I'm very much looking forward to it. Very much looking forward to talking NFL with all you fans this fall and hopefully giving you some knowledge, giving you a little experience, and maybe some laughs along the way. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I am excited to join CBS. Let's have ourselves some fun.
I think it's going to be fun. I think he'll do a great job.
But is it going to make you watch the CBS pregame show?
Well, it'll help. It will help, yes.
I'll watch it to check it out. But at least as of today, CBS didn't announce that anybody is leaving the show. So they're going to build a bigger desk, add another voice to it.
How do they do that?
How do they build another desk? They go to Home Depot and get some wood. Hell, dude, you buy a chair on Amazon. It's not complicated.
They can't talk as it is. Phil Simms should probably go bye-bye.
I think Phil and Boomer and Cower should all go bye-bye.
I don't know about Cower's all right. Boomer sometimes.
Is Gumble still on there?
Yeah, I think
right?
so.
I mean, dude, just give me Nate Burleson and J.J. Watt, man. Let's have some fun.
That would be fun.
That would be good, right? But I don't. I mean, Fox and CBS. Rarely do I see their morning shows. I'm bouncing between NFL Network and ESPN, and quite frankly, most of it's on the NFL Network. They've got the best pregame show.
I disagree with that. I think Fox does. I like Fox. I like Howie Long and Bradshaw and Jimmy Johnson. To me, and Strahan. To me, that's the best. And plus, NFL Network probably not gonna have Michael Irvin.
It's going to be interesting. Michael Irvin's situation hasn't been resolved. I think a big part of it, though, too, is I wake up and those are on. You know, Fox starts at 11. I'm already sucked into whichever one I'm going back and forth on. Same with the one on ESPN.
Dude, I know that's not true.
Yeah,
you use that remote like a sword.
Well, the back button, you hit the back button, and it goes to what I was watching before, right? I can't juggle three balls either. I'm going back and forth with one button. Boom, boom. ESPN, boom. Back to NFL Network. Boom, boom.
I don't.
The thing about Fox at 11, I just don't honestly do it.
I like Fox. I like to watch Fox.
You've got a man crush on Terry Bradshaw. It's understandable.
It was before that. I mean, we're buddies now, of course.
You made the man sweat quite a bit, though.
Exactly. I make a lot of men sweat.
On that note, we need a Sports Center update.
KTFM Floresville. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's good!
Your home for Major League Baseball. San Antonio's Sports Center.
It is the big news this afternoon. James Harden is picking up his $35.6 million option, but the 76ers and Harden are exploring trade scenarios. Spurs Summer Leaguers began practice today. Team will be playing in California beginning July 3rd, but Victor Wembanyama is not going to be there, although he is practicing with the team. And the NFL threw the hammer down today, suspending 3 players indefinitely.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagle.
That's the 3rd time in 7 seasons. The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minutes.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagle, making you sweat. I'm Jason Minix on Twitter at Joe Reinagle 210. You can tweet at me at Jason Minix. Wemby was in the building today practicing.
He was.
I'm just going to go over all the sweaty stuff.
You are.
Right?
You're not going to go. Well, the pledge was, and I must have missed it. I mean, you're juggling 3 balls.
Well, what do you normally juggle? What was I going to say?
2
bowling pins?
Just 2.
You'd normally juggle with 3.
But I don't know. I can't.
Otherwise,
do that.
you're just tossing.
I don't. Yeah. Well, I don't know how to juggle 3.
Exactly. Most people don't. Although Wemby can.
You think?
We've seen it.
Oh, he can juggle.
Yeah, there was some video of him
That's
juggling.
right. He sure did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he can practice basketball, which is what he did today over at the Spurs practice facility. And there's some video of it. There are some photos of it. There's some good photos and some not so good photos of it. And I don't know why, but it just, giddy's not the right word, but just seeing him at the practice facility, it felt real today. It felt like Thursday night, what was happening? Cool. The thing Saturday with a welcome press conference, all that. Yeah, but I don't know why today felt real seeing him at the Spurs practice facility practicing basketball.
Because that's why he was at the Spurs practice facility with all the other players practicing basketball in a Spurs practice uniform. And it did feel real. It was good. So I can't wait to see the guy play. That's why I was so excited. And when nobody wanted to see him in the summer league but me, that's why. You want to see that. You want to see him playing in a Spurs uniform. At least I do. And I'm happy that he is going to play a couple of games, however many minutes that happens to be. But I'm looking forward to watching the kid play in a Spurs uniform with Spurs players.
He won't go to Sacramento.
No.
He'll meet the team in Las Vegas. Those first 2 games that the NBA is promoting big time against Brandon Miller and Scoot Henderson, I expect them to play some in both of those games, and then they'll shut it down. But I'm with you. I really don't want to see him in the summer league, but at the same time, I can't wait to see him in the summer league.
Right.
Does that make sense?
And I think Jeremy Sohan's going to Vegas as well, so they'll be able to be on the floor together for the first time.
Which I do think some of those younger guys that are summer league eligible, if Victor is going to play, get them all out there.
Well, sure.
I get them all out there. I think we need to see that. But I think we'll all watch that a little white-knuckled, if you will. Like we were hearing a story the other day from somebody that we work with who they just got back from vacation. And she described her husband as a white-knuckle flyer.
Yes.
He does not like to travel.
Doesn't like to fly.
Doesn't like to fly. But she said, he does it because otherwise he knows I'll find somebody that's going to travel with me. But apparently he's an awful flyer, which I don't understand because I fly all the time. You fly all the time.
I love to fly. It's the best way to travel.
There are times that, you get a little white knuckle, but a regular flight, nothing, not that big of a deal. I think all of us are going to be like her husband watching Wemby play. We're all going to be a little bit white knuckled. The first time he falls, the first time he has a bit of a collision. All right.
Isn't that going to be even regular season game number 1?
No.
Aren't you going to be nervous every time he steps out on the floor?
No, I honestly, I don't think so. But in a meaningless summer league game, if something were to happen to him, everybody's going to come out of the well. Well, why were you doing that? Why? And he's been playing too much basketball. He needs to rest. All of that kind of stuff. It's like a preseason injury or training camp injury.
That's going to happen too. He's going to be playing in preseason games.
But I do think, while I now wanting to see the summer league, I think I'm going to be a little white-knuckled while watching all of it.
Maybe so, but I can't wait to watch it. I'm looking forward to it, and it's going to be fun. And especially if Sohan goes, and I don't guess anybody else will, but Sohan, to see those 2 guys on the floor together will be fun.
The other part, though, when you think about his injury history, he doesn't have one because of some dude with a name I'm not even going to try to pronounce. But according to the French newspaper L'Équipe, is that how you say it?
L'Équipe.
L'Équipe. Well, there's an E in the little thingamajigger. L'Équipe, which we're all going to have to bookmark and start going to and using the wonderful Google Translate.
I can hear Minix ordering escargot.
I need some escargots. Well, Wemby's already the escargot.
Oh, my
The
goodness.
franchise. According to that French site, the trainer that has been working with Victor for a while is going to be added to the Spurs staff. Now, the Spurs have not made that official, but it's officially in the French newspaper. And why not? Why not take Victor's longtime trainer, who has all those exercises that we've seen? He hasn't been injured. They've been on a great plan.
He knows him better than anybody on the Spurs staff, personally, and
he's comfortable. And he's comfortable. So, yeah, this is a surprise to no one that this guy is getting added to the Spurs staff.
I think it's a no-brainer, and I'm happy that obviously the Spurs are doing it. You know, you let him bring in his guy that he is comfortable with, and I just wonder how much of this is going to happen when Wemby asks, will Wemby get? Yes. Every time he asks.
I mean, like right now, he's the kid at dinner that gets exactly what he wants for dinner.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever he wants, he's going to get. But you look at what I'm curious of. Does this guy work with other Spurs players or just Wemby?
No, I bet he does.
Well, I mean, it's almost like the dude that Tom Brady gets a job everywhere he goes, right? What was that guy's name? And he would train different people or work on different people, but he was Brady's guy.
I don't know.
I'm drawing a blank, but I wonder, some guys went to him, some guys didn't, but he billed them all separately.
Right? Oh, wow.
Well, Antonio Brown, and I don't know if you could ever believe it, Alex Guerrero, according to Antonio Brown in Tariq Hill's podcast, that dude, he paid that dude over $100,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that won't happen here because it sounds to me, at least from the newspaper, that the Spurs are actually going to hire him.
But if, say, Jeremy wants to go see him, does he work on Jeremy for free, or does he bill Jeremy separately?
Well, I
mean, doctors bill everybody.
I guess it depends on how much the Spurs are paying him.
I don't know that matters.
Well, sure it does.
I mean, Guerrero was making a boatload of money from Tom and whoever, but he was still charging Antonio, if you believe Antonio. Not that it matters, but it is.
This is different.
It is going to be interesting to see if this is a guy just for, it's like, do you have a personal chef, but he doesn't make enough for the rest of the team?
I'm sure he has a personal chef. I mean, look how skinny he is. Portion control.
Is that what it is?
Sure.
I think how skinny he is proof that he doesn't have a personal chef.
All fish and broccoli.
Lots of soup, apparently.
Oh, yeah?
Kid eats a lot of vegetable type soups.
Well, that's good. It's
Yeah.
good for him. It's got to be a lot. Because a kid like that probably has a huge appetite.
You would think it eats nonstop.
Right. You would think so. I remember being 19. I could eat whatever the hell I wanted, and it didn't matter.
I look
gain a
at
pound.
a guy like James Pledger. He's got the metabolism of a 19-year-old.
He does.
He's a freaking garbage disposal and never gains a weight. Never gain. When was the last time you actually gained a pound, Pledge?
Good
Good
answer.
answer.
Pandemic.
Yeah. Somehow I don't believe you.
That's why I started working out, to put weight on.
You believe him?
No.
No?
I mean, he's been working out, so yeah. I mean, he knows when he's feeling good about the gun show because he wears shirts without sleeves. When he's not feeling good about himself, he wears sport coats to cover them up. So you could tell he hasn't been in the gym this week because he's been covering up his arms.
I haven't either. It's been a busy week.
The difference is you go to the gym and don't do anything except BS for a while, and nobody notices you were at the gym. Pledge goes to the gym.
Except for Jason Witten. I'm just saying, Jason Witten noticed.
He takes 18 photos, puts them on Instagram, and you wonder, did you work out or did you just pose all morning?
You know who Jason Witten is?
Yes.
He noticed.
Who?
And you were standing right there when he noticed.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, you know.
What are you talking about?
Jason Witten.
I know, the tight end for the Cowboys.
Ask Rudy J.
What are you talking about?
Well, he came over, he said, hey, you've been working out.
Yeah. And then we all made brain injury jokes. I mean, it's understandable.
Jason Witten, pal.
I know who he is.
Best tight end that the Cowboys have ever had.
He noticed your
gun show. He did.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
It's the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. The great John McClain joins us next here on the Blitz.
First, I got to tell you about my good friends, though, at Stevens Roofing, because this heat is pounding down on your roof day after day after day. And boy, that can be just as bad as a bad hailstorm, windstorm, whatever the case may be. So you want to keep Stevens Roofing name and number handy. They're a local roofing company with years of experience. And, well, the people that work for Stevens Roofing deal with the same weather that you and I do. You'll want to work with a company like that. They've got a great saying. It's buy local, stay local, trust local with Stevens Roofing. You know, the pros at Stevens Roofing can repair and install all kinds of roofs. They do metal roofs, composition roofs. They do commercial projects. And the best part about it is, if you've got an insurance claim, let Stevens Roofing deal with your insurance company. They'll take it completely off your plate, save you all the stress and hassle of that. Give them a call at 210-785-0994. They're going to send somebody out. They'll check for any damage, and they're going to give you an honest assessment. Whether it's a simple leak or a roof replacement, Stevens Roofing is your local roofer. They're going to be here for you, rain or shine, and they're here for years to come. They're not going anywhere. You can get them online at stevensroofing.net. But remember that saying, buy local, stay local, trust local with Stevens Roofing. 210-785-0994.
It's R&R in the morning.
Friday on R&R in the morning, it is RJ Ochoa showtime. He'll join us at 7:30.
NBA free agency is imminent. Are the Spurs going to make a move? It's going to be a busy weekend. We'll talk about that. Your favorite place to be when the fireworks are going off. The party starts at 6. Yeah, I said it.
It's your wake-up call. R&R in the morning, 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Mr. W Fireworks. Shop with us and save big on your fireworks this season. In fact, our prices are always 50 to 80% lower than our neighbors. Now that's a lot of savings. Shop early with us and save even more. Buy one, get one free on select items at all Mr. W Fireworks San Antonio locations. Visit MrWFireworks.com to find a location near you. MrWFireworks.com. Look for the big ape and save 50 to 80% on fireworks only at Mr. W Fireworks. Happy birthday, America!
Golfers, tee it up this 4th of July at Edwin Watts Golf Shops for their huge red, white, and blue sale. Save 20, 15, or 10% on select items in every department. Bags, balls, shoes, clubs, apparel, and accessories are on sale now through July 4th. Come in and register to win a Callaway limited edition staff bag with head covers at every location. And it's all happening now through 4th of July at Edwin Watts Golf Shops, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee, serving golfers since 1968.
Get the last water softener you'll ever own and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
The last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656-PURE Kinetico.
Visit KineticoSA.com.
Friday at Dive Bar, 6422 Babcock. Dive into some live country music with the Jace Martin Band starting at 8. Enjoy $3 Bud Light, $5 Rufflemans, and $5 Crown, and the kitchen's open till midnight. Dive Bar, 6422 Babcock, a free rides venue.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney and owner of the Thompson Law Firm right here in San Antonio. In the short amount of time I have to talk to you, I want you to remember 2 things. First, if you or a family member is injured in an auto collision, remember, you need to call an attorney as soon as you can after the collision. I don't have enough time to tell you the many, many reasons why, but trust me, the earlier you contact an attorney, the better. Second, when you call is as important as who you call. I want you to call me, Jason Thompson, at 210-900-0400. I've been representing people injured in motor vehicle and trucking collisions for 28 years. Each placed their trust in me to do everything it takes to attain a just and fair recovery and to get honest, trustworthy legal advice. You can trust me to do the same for you. If you or a family member has been injured in an auto collision, call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400 or at my website, alawyerforus.com.
Texas, the Powerball jackpot is over $400 million, and you can now buy official Texas lottery tickets right from your phone with jackpot.com. Go to jackpot.com, choose your lottery game, pick your lucky numbers, and get your winnings instantly. Plus, get a free ticket with your first play. Get in on the action. Go to jackpot.com and buy lottery tickets on your phone. Go to jackpot.com. That's jackpot.com, jackpot.com.
Paid for by jackpot.com. You must be 18 or older to order a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's Hot Ticket Thursday. Be the ninth caller at 210-656-ESPN. And you could be on your way. The hottest tickets to the hottest events. Ninth caller wins.
Thursday. You want to go? Dave Chappelle, just be caller number 9 right now. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776.
I want to go to Dave Chappelle.
You're not eligible to be the 9th caller.
I still want to go.
Yeah?
Yeah. I know a guy.
Dave Chappelle, July 12th at the AT&T Center.
Well, that's coming up pretty quick, right?
It really is.
July. I can't believe
July
it's July
is
already.
We're a month away from training camps. Let's talk some NFL football with the general who's not there. So apparently we're not going to talk to John McClain.
We will at some point in time.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Thought he was there, then he wasn't.
That's all right. We'll get him. Houston Texans, man, I tell you what, I'm looking forward to seeing them play. I really am, just to see if all these young dudes can be what they're advertised to be.
Well, and you think about, I mean, obviously we're about a month away from training camps getting underway. Some will start sooner, but 10 weeks away from the start of the NFL season, which still feels like a long way. 10 weeks, 2.5 months.
I know it.
But it goes by so fast. And this time of year, you know, guys are getting out. They're doing a variety of different things because they know that once the grind starts, it's going to be there. So you get there, you get into camp, and you look at the Texans and how good are they going to be? DeMeco Ryans' first time NFL head coach going through his first training camp. Lots of questions. How good are they? But I do think there will be an interest level in the Houston Texans that, quite frankly, hasn't been there for the last several years.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And I'm one of the people that am interested to see. And I think even if you're not a Texans fan, you're going to want to see this team play.
Let's talk about it with the great John McClain joining us now on the Buyers Barricades guest line. And John, talking about it, we're about a month away from training camp getting underway. The interest level in Houston is going to be higher than it's been in a while. With DeMeco Ryans and everything that he's been through to this point of getting the job, OTAs, draft, all that kind of stuff, what's as many training camps as you've been a part of, what will be the biggest difference for him as a head coach for the first time during camp?
Well, hopefully he's got an offensive coordinator who's worth a damn. Last year, the offensive coordinator was terrible. They had the worst offense I've ever seen with the Texans. And Bobby Slowick came with DeMeco from 49ers, and Bobby worked with Kyle Shanahan 3 years in Washington and 6. He's kind of a Kyle clone. So we figured they're going to be running the same type offense, which was offense they ran under Gary Kubiak, because it all started with Mike Shanahan. And Kyle was here like Gary was in Denver. So it's predicated, you have to run the football, and everybody has to block. If you're a tight end, wide receiver, or running back, and you don't block until the whistle blows, you won't be on the field.
I guess Dalton Schultz won't be on the field very often, will he?
Wow. He'll make an effort. If he doesn't, he'll be out. But they think they can turn him into a respectable blocker.
Well, that's good. I'm sorry, John. That was just a little shot at Dalton. I got to ask you about something that I just saw that was, I guess, just announced that the Texans are going to, I guess, the first ever Mexican college football showcase. Have you seen that? And what is that all about?
I saw it. The college football is big in Mexico and very competitive, not as big as soccer, of course. But they wanted to come to NRG Stadium where their soccer team, national soccer team, plus club soccer teams, they sell out everything. So they expect them to sell this one out because the Mexican fans they're rabid. And I'm told these college football teams, they'll be just like one of the soccer matches. So it's going to be exciting to see how it turns out.
It is going to be interesting. I remember one year UIW played a team from Monterey, and they came in, and it was the weirdest thing, John, because these guys, I don't know if they were college kids or just a team, but it felt like, pregame, they're kind of hanging out. Some were smoking cigarettes. Legitimately, it was one of the stranger things that I've ever seen, and that was at the beginning stages of UIW football, and then they just rolled right over the Cardinals. But I'll never forget seeing a couple of dudes in a uniform smoking a cigarette. I thought I was watching a Burt Reynolds movie.
I used to see that all the time. When I covered the Oilers.
Very, very true. John, as you look at, 10 weeks away from the start of the season, you've got training camp starting in about a month, and the announcement today from the league that 4 guys suspended the entire year for gambling with no big name guys. But is this the hammer being thrown down where Roger Goodell is really trying to get the message across?
He's trying. The message should be no gambling on any sport when you're part of an NFL organization. That's pretty simple. That's the way it used to be. That's the way it ought to be now. And even though they laid out to them, some of these guys are geranium brains and they have a hard time understanding it, even though it's their responsibility. And it is interesting. There's no great player. Now, do they have them and they're just not revealing them? They trying to get the message across with others? Are the great players just smarter? I don't know. But I think if they want to end this problem, just don't allow gambling on any sport by anybody as long as you work for an NFL organization.
John, I find it funny that I've heard some people in national media and some others talk about the NFL being hypocrites because they're taking the money from these gambling sites, but yet then they won't allow their players to gamble or they suspend them for a year. Well, what are your thoughts on that? Do you think the NFL is being hypocritical?
Well, that's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard.
I agree.
When you take in all that gambling money, it means more money for the players. Salaries are higher than they've ever been. Look at quarterbacks. Quarterbacks are making 40, 50 million a year. One of the reasons is they got money coming in, the cap goes up, teams have more to spend. Being hypocritical is ridiculous. They're trying to make it. You don't want the public to think teams are betting on games. Somebody could be throwing a game. At some point, somebody's going to drop a touchdown pass or fumble at the goal line, and they're going to say, oh, he did it because he had money on the game. I've heard that throughout my 48 years of covering in NFL. An official makes a bad call. Oh, he's got money on the game. They have to do everything they can to avoid that.
Absolutely, they do. John McClain joining us here on the Blitz. Now, John, you've done media for, as you just said, 48 years, starting in newspaper. J.J. Watt's been doing it for about 8 minutes, and he messed up his announcement, although that was part of the bit. Are you surprised at all that he is going into broadcasting, specifically the studio show on CBS?
No, not at all. We've been talking about that ever since he retired. He'd go to TV, work studio, and it was just a matter of which network. Andrew Marchand is the top TV radio guy in the country, and he works for New York Post. He wrote 2 weeks ago, looks like CBS, and it's funny, Watt puts it out there, CVS, and some people thought it was a typo. J.J. Watt does not make typos. He doesn't put anything out there that he hadn't thought out.
Yeah, John, when you talk about JJ, I think he's going to be really good. What are your thoughts? I mean, just his knowledge of the game, the way he speaks, I think he's going to be a big plus for CBS.
I think he said when we talked to him on his Zoom when he was getting inducted into the Ring of Honor the first year out of football, he wanted to vote to his family. He had an announcement come up shortly. It wouldn't be full time. We knew it was going to be TV. Now, if he does a good job like everybody's expecting, he's only signed a 1-year deal. I don't know if that's possible, but then he's going to have, if he wants to go full time every Sunday, he's going to have every network after him. They all need to get younger. He turns 34 in March. Those pregame shows have way too many people on there, and some of those guys, it's time for them to go. And I want to hear that there's just too many. Some of them bring nothing to the pregame shows. And I think Watt was very insightful, informative, entertaining. I think he'll do a great job. Of course, I'm partial, but I think other people think the same thing.
Absolutely. 100% agree with that. John McClain, the most important question of the day. Ready? 4th of July.
I'm always ready.
4th of July coming up on Tuesday. You're at a cookout. You're at a party. You're at an event. You've got your choice of a hamburger or a hot dog. Which way are you going?
4th of July, I have hot dogs. The All-Star baseball game, we have hot dogs because that's what Carol and I eat when we go to an Astros game. By the way, will y'all give Victor Wembanyama a message for me?
Sure.
Don't be taking up my spot on the radio anymore.
You know,
Can't believe y'all ditched me for Wembanyama.
You see,
I thought we were closer to that.
Well, see, here's the thing. Victor gets what Victor wants. That's the new rule in San Antonio. So, yeah.
And he should get what he wants.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see him play. Everybody in the country can't wait to see him play. And the fact that he seems to be such a really good kid, that makes it even better. People hate it when I see this on my shows here, but I wish him and the Spurs all the luck.
Absolutely. The great John McClain on Twitter at McClain_on_NFL. Enjoy those hot dogs on the 4th of July. John, we will talk to you next Thursday unless Wemby wants to come on.
Yeah, tell him I'm available if he is. Thank you.
Appreciate it. John McClain on the Buyers Barricades guest line. Buyers Barricades provides traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. Online at buyersbarricades.com. Hot dogs, hamburgers. 4th of July. What are you going to be grilling? Whatever the case is, make sure you get it over at Tri-County Meat Market because their Happy Birthday America sale starts tomorrow, runs through Tuesday the 4th. Now, keep in mind, on Tuesday, they will be open from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m., and then they're going to take their holiday on the 5th. But on the 4th, they will be open. Their quarter-pound all-beef Angus hot dogs are the best hot dogs you're ever going to be able to eat. They're on sale this weekend. So are their Angus beef brisket burgers, Akaushi briskets at $7.99 a pound. You want to do steaks? Akaushi ribeyes, $27.99 a pound. The Akaushi New York strip, that's Wagyu, $22.99 a pound. Maybe you want to celebrate America in style with a big old tomahawk ribeye, $17.99 a pound. The fajitas are $15.99 a pound. You want to do English cut short ribs, dino plate ribs, prime top sirloin, all $10.99 a pound while supplies last. But it is about the hamburgers and hot dogs, and they've got them for you there at Tri-County Meat Market. You can't go wrong. You could also go for their Pick 5 for $25. And at Tri-County, they always offer a 10% discount for military and first responders. 2 great locations, on Ralph Fair Road and on Huebner, online at tricountymeat.com.
Hey, this is Rob Thompson from R&R in the Morning. Join us mornings from 6 to 10. Grab a cup of Joe on your ride to work. Right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Are you feeling overwhelmed after your car wreck? Call the Rexperts at Hilly and Solis. Hey, it's Rudy J. And I want you to know that Hilly and Solis understand the physical and emotional and financial toll that car wrecks have on your life. They're going to listen to your story, answer any questions you may have, and they're going to fight hard to get you all the compensation you so deserve. They've seen it all. They're former prosecutors, and they know how to win. When the medical bills and the insurance claims and the legal complexities leaving you feeling lost, Hilly and Solis are going to guide you every single step of the way, and they're going to hire not only the top medical, but also the top technical experts to support your claim. Time is of the essence. Their deadlines to file claims. Don't wait to get the legal help you need. Hilly and Solis are experienced litigators. Let them fight for your rights and financial freedom. Call Hilly and Solis for a free, no obligation consultation now. 210-762-61. That's 210-762-6261. 210-762-6261.
Principal office in San Antonio, Texas. Message brought to you by a non-attorney spokesperson.
Yeah, I'm so stressed. Our business is growing. We've got people all over now.
Uma.
What is that? Meditation?
I'm recommending the Uma cloud phone system with auto attendant and more than 50 features.
Uma?
Yep. Switching to Uma is a cinch. Just $24.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Uma.
Now you're feeling it. Find small business calm at Uma.com/radio. That's OOMA.com/radio.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
But do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
You could throw your flip-flop at a bug.
Ew, a bug, get it.
But the chances of actually hitting it
Over there.
are statistically
It's still alive.
unlikely. Good thing nature's got your back. Stem bug killers combine powerful active ingredients found in plants, like lemongrass and geraniol, and scientifically engineer them into effective bug-fighting formulas, safe for use as directed around people, pets, and throughout the home. Stem, rooted in nature, optimized by science.
At Lowe's, we're always bringing pros more ways to save. Right now, save on Valspar 5-gallon Ultra Flat Paint. Was $131, now just $123. Plus, MVP's Pro Rewards members earn up to 900 bonus points with the purchase of a Graco Magnum X7 paint sprayer. Lowe's knows pros. Valspar offer valid through 8/2. Selection varies by location. Estimated bonus points valid through 6/30. Actual awarded bonus points calculated on purchase price before taxes and after applicable discounts, if any. Subject to program terms and conditions.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you're always looking for ways to position your operation to create opportunities and move on them faster. With Bank of America, you get access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter. Locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2023 Bank of America NA.
The Dell Technologies Black Friday in July event starts now with limited quantity deals on top business PCs with Windows 11 Pro. Save on select Vostro laptops with built-in security features and select Latitude laptops with enhanced privacy, collaboration, and connectivity. Plus, get special financing with Dell Business Credit. Dell Technologies recommends Windows 11 Pro for business. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL. Offered to business customers by WebBank, who determines qualifications for and terms of credit.
Joe Reinagel, Jason Minix, The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is The Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. You can always get us on Twitter at Joe Reinagel 210. Tweet at me at Jason Minix. NBA free agency is going to be wild. And it's weird because the calm before the storm, I thought once we saw the James Harden news earlier today that we were going to start seeing this flood. And so far the dam is holding.
Yeah,
that
it is.
flood has not happened yet. If you're just getting off work, James Harden is done in Philly. Now, technically, he is picking up his $35 million option, but he and the Sixers are working on a trade. According to Woj, Knicks and Clippers seem to be the ideal landing spot. So a little sigh of relief for you Rocket fans that are listening.
Are the only two teams that have any interest, at least at this point in time. I don't know. James Harden was a great player, Jason, but he's not that guy anymore.
Well, the interesting thing with James Harden is I try to look at him objectively. The playoff disappearances you can't overlook. He did fill a nice role with Embiid in Philadelphia and played better than I thought he was going to play there. He went there because his dude Daryl Morey is there.
Yeah,
took a team-friendly contract. and took a lesser role and was accepting of that lesser role. And I think he should get credit for that. But in the playoffs, and it's not all on James Harden because Embiid disappeared in some of those games too.
He did.
But the history of James Harden in the postseason, you can liken to Dak Prescott. Regular season, fine. Playoffs, you got to get it done. And he hasn't done that yet.
That's exactly right. But, a lot of that, you got to look at Embiid too. And you hit the nail on the head there when you talk about him. Great. Obviously, regular season, he was the MVP. There's a debate whether that should have happened or not. I don't know. I'm fine with Embiid. But then you got to bring it in the playoffs. And when they went and couldn't win on their home floor, what was it, game 6? They couldn't get it done.
Yeah.
Or was it game 7? One of them. It was
whatever
it was. Couldn't get it done on their home floor. That just can't happen. Not when you got the MVP on your team. I mean, it just can't happen. And it did. So you're right. They've got to step it up in the postseason.
Well, and again, it kind of like a Chris Paul. The postseason success just hasn't been there. And at some point, and I don't know if Knicks and Clippers are his preferred destination because it's New York and LA. But
probably.
I don't know who else is interested.
The big city guy.
I look at Kyrie. Oh, there are plenty of strip clubs in both. Kyrie,
exactly.
Is going to meet tomorrow with the Phoenix Suns. Now, I kind of thought the other day when he asked the Mavericks for number 11 that maybe he was going to stay, and he might end up staying in Dallas, but he wants to be recruited. He wants to be wined and dined. He wants to be told that, oh, we love you. But could you imagine if Phoenix can come up with the money for Kyrie, and now they've got a mega super team there, reunited Kevin Durant and Kyrie? Nobody wants to see that again.
No.
But then you add in a Bradley Beal, who today said, as he was introduced in Phoenix, he is just thrilled to be back in the NBA. Not that he ever left the NBA, but he was in Washington. He said today, I'm just glad to be off the damn milk carton.
Oh, it's huge. I think one of the biggest things we take for granted as players is, who's around you, the players around you and what they bring to the table every single day. And it's not easy to win in this league. And I think that's what a lot of people get kind of misconstrued. No matter how much talent you have, you still have to make it work. You have to still put in the work and go get the job done. But I'm super ecstatic that every single day I have a chance to play in a meaningful game. I think that's one of the biggest, decisions that impacted me of coming here, of knowing that every single night I'm going to be in an important game. Every single night I may have a chance of being on television. Every single night, teams are going to give us their best. So I look forward to that challenge, and also being in a position to where we're kind of a targeted team. So every single night I got to lace them up.
That's going to be interesting to see there. But look, there's not enough basketballs on the floor if you got all those guys there. Is there? Durant, Bradley Beal, Kyrie Irving. I mean, I don't see that working, and I don't see him going there. I just don't think that's going to work out. It's just strictly a beauty pageant visit, and that's it.
If these players seem to all find a way, right? And so if Kyrie were to go there, I would imagine Ayton would be out. When you look at Beal and Durant, and let's face it, it's Devin Booker, right? I think that's still his team, but it's if Kyrie were to go there, the super team aspect of things. But even Bradley Beal said today, Devin Booker is the guy here who is the man.
I understand that, this is Book Nation. Like, I understand that this is his stomping grounds. This is his arena. And I'm excited for that. I'm excited to be able to play with 2 Hall of Famers.
And, you hear him call it Book Nation. That's kind of cool. But
that is cool, actually.
But you also have Kevin Durant on that team. Does that tell you when KD showed up last year, and KD has said all the right things, as much crap as all of us have given him through the years, he showed up and he knew he wasn't the guy. It was Booker's team. And obviously that was something that was discussed with Bradley Beal as they were making that trade. This is Devin Booker's team. He's the guy here.
He's the guy there. So just in a fantasy land scenario, Kyrie Irving signs with the Suns. You think Kyrie is going to say that? Hell no, he's not. So it doesn't work for a variety of reasons. He's not going to the Suns. He's going there to party with KD, and he'll move on.
It's gonna be interesting. And again, Spurs. I wish I could tell you I knew what direction they were going.
Nobody does.
Well, and it seems with the Spurs with a boatload of money and a boatload of picks, tradable players.
Yeah.
You would think you would hear rumor after rumor after rumor involving the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, you would think so.
And you hear less than what you normally do from a very tight-lipped organization.
That's the Spurs way. It is. It's always been that way. Will always be that way. As long as Pop's around, I'm sure. So who knows what's going to happen?
Are those supposed to be crickets?
Crickets.
Is that crickets?
There is crickets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When it first started, I thought you were like microphone near a bird feeder.
That's actually nice. You know, and Pledge will know exactly what I'm talking about. When YouTube TV goes to a break and I guess you don't have enough commercials, they say, listen to the Zen. It sounds a lot like this. It's just nice and relaxed. Crickets, birds singing.
That's what the back porch is for.
It's awesome.
And when there's too many crickets, you turn into Matt Cedoroff,
Exactly.
formerly of Channel 4. Remember we had that cricket invasion? He was doing a live shot somewhere, and the crickets got him. And that was his reaction on live television. He will forever be a drop. I don't know where he's working now, but the crickets ran that guy out of town.
Nice.
Really good job out of that.
No, did he really?
Probably not. With that moment probably does not make his highlight reel.
With Orkin?
I'm sure he's working at a TV station somewhere.
I'm sure he is.
Yes. Oh, man, you can't act like that around crickets and get a job at Orkin. If you're going to do that with crickets, Orkin doesn't want you.
Well, I mean, as long as you got the insecticide now, it's come on, bring it.
Dude, those people that kill bugs for a living, pest control types, they're a different breed. They're not afraid of anything.
No, apparently not. I don't know how they do it. I really don't.
I'm glad they do.
With a bug assault?
No, I mean, see, the bug assault only really works on flies. I've tried it on a couple other things. The bug assault is awesome, but
no,
it's kind of like the guy that does the pest control at my house. I see him every 3 months. And it's weird because it's like he picks up the conversation from where we left off, right? And I don't last time I was here, we were, it's like, all right, And then he starts telling about weird stuff that he has pulled out of people's attics, behind their dishwasher, that.
Sure.
I mean, it's I couldn't do that. And neither could Matt Cedoroff because, again, these were just crickets.
You know what I don't like is that we were talking about snakes in houses yesterday.
Yeah.
And my phone heard it.
Yeah.
Because all I'm getting now is videos of guys with the little pincher things, or what do you call those? And they're getting the snake out of the house.
Yep.
That's exactly what I would sound like.
That's what I would sound like if I saw a snake.
Yeah.
Not a cricket.
No,
snake, that's acceptable.
I think crickets would be okay.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of crickets.
It was a swarm of crickets.
Still. I mean, it'd be kind of gross still, but I'd be okay with crickets.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. You want them covered in chocolate?
No.
Nobody ever plans on getting arrested, but it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. We're coming into a long 4th of July holiday weekend. None of you plan on getting arrested, but some of you will. Whether it's you, a family member, a friend of yours, you get arrested, you want to get out of jail fast, you need to call my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747, or you can start the bonding process online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what all those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds because nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, a free shuttle service. They're discreet and confidential and open 24/7. If you're up in Dallas, down in Corpus, anywhere in between, license number 149, call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121 or go online at mybestbailbonds.com.
It's R&R in the morning.
Friday on R&R in the morning, it is RJ Ochoa showtime. He'll join us at 7:30.
NBA free agency is imminent. Are the Spurs going to make a move? It's going to be a busy weekend. We'll talk about that. Your favorite place to be when the fireworks are going off. The party starts at 6. Yeah, I said it.
It's your wake-up call. R&R in the morning, 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Is it time for a new lawnmower? Visit our Crush the Summer sale at Bill's Tractor and Equipment. Bill's Tractor and Skag have teamed up to bring you incredible savings on residential and commercial mowers just in time for the summer season. Skag mowers are tougher than any job you could throw at them, tough and heavy. Skag is simply the best. 0% financing is available on select models with approved credit. Bill's Tractor has been helping Texans with their mower and equipment needs for over 35 years. Come by Bill's Tractor and test drive a new Skag mower or go to billstractor.com.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star welcomes Victor Wembanyama.
I'm trying to be the best.
Victor Wembanyama.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Ryan-Eagle. I'm Jason Minix. Thursday, right?
It is.
Yeah, it's been a weird week. I mean, I know you were off on Monday. I don't know. It's because we worked on Saturday with what I don't know. It just feels like this week has been off. So that's why it's Thursday, right?
It's Thursday.
It's Thursday. Well, you know what we do every Thursday about this time.
The Blitz wants you to know what's on tap. Presented by Sam's Burger Joint.
We get you ready for the weekend. Time for What's on Tap, brought to you by Sam's Burger Joint. Online at samsburgerjoint.com, where you'll be able to get all the tickets to any of their shows, see the calendar and their menu. Tonight, they got a good Rogering. Not sure what that means, but sounds like it'll be a good Rogering.
Wow.
Monty Montgomery is out there on Friday night. Saturday is Down for the Count. Sunday, especially if you've got a great boss and you're not working on Monday, Los Number 3 Dinners, one of the better local bands in town. It's going to be a good time this weekend out at Sam's Burger Joint.
Tonight, if you're not headed to Sam's Burger Joint, you can head out to the Majestic. Hamilton is out at the Majestic Theater tonight. At the Rustic, Chase Wright. And how about a little baseball, San Antonio Mission style? They're taking on the Frisco Rough Riders.
On Friday night at a Green Hall, I don't know what this is. Muscadine Bloodline?
Wow.
It's
sold out.
It's Green Hall, so I'm guessing Texas Country. I've not heard of them, but it's sold out. The Moody Center has Millennium. Majestic Theater has Hamilton. Floors Country Store. Aaron Lewis doing an acoustic show on Friday night.
That'd be interesting.
Absolutely would be interesting.
Well, Saturday night out of Green Hall, Mike and the Moon Pies. Head on out there, Floors Country Store. Bill Krager's birthday bass featuring Dos Borrachos, Kevin Fowler and Roger Krager.
All right, so the headline there is Fowler and Krager are going to be out there. Kevin Fowler and Roger Krager do a lot of good stuff together.
No, absolutely.
That's going to be a great show.
Oh, Hamilton's all weekend, by the way. Still Saturday.
Yeah. Well, it's still Saturday. It's still Hamilton, even on Saturday.
Absolutely. We got Toyota Field. We got a little soccer. San Antonio FC taking on Birmingham Legion FC. And the comedy club is Ian Fidance.
You're not going to mention Y'all Out Boy at Paper Tiger?
Oh, and Y'all Out Boy at Paper Tiger.
Is that a Fallout Boy knockoff? Paper Tiger can get some wild shows.
Yeah, they do.
Green Hall on Sunday. Dale Watson for you, Joe.
Dale Watson and the Lone Stars.
Whitewater on Sunday has Randy Rogers.
Nice. That's always fun.
Oh, Randy. I just got to leave the house, drive on over to Whitewater, and pick up a paycheck on a Sunday night. That'll be a lot of fun. On Monday night, so many people are celebrating the 4th of July with fireworks and activities on Monday, including the San Antonio Missions, because they're not going to be in town on Tuesday on the 4th. So they're doing it on Monday, and most of you are off on Monday anyway. So, yeah, you have the Missions and the Rough Riders. That game is actually going to start at 6 o'clock. They're a little early because Cody Canada and The Departed are doing the post-game concert there at Wolf Stadium. I have tickets to that game, but now that I've got to work until 7, probably going to end up giving those things up.
That's too bad.
Yeah, it really is.
Well, then you can go out to Green Hall on Tuesday night to see 2 Tons of Steel.
2 Ton Tuesdays.
That's it. A lot of fun this weekend.
What's on tap brought to you by Sam's Burger Joint online at samsburgerjoint.com. You ready to judge meat?
I'm ready to judge a little.
Grilling with the Blitz, presented by Tri-County Meat Market.
Where do I stick my meter?
Say that a little louder for the people in back.
Where do I stick my meter?
Have you figured that out yet?
Well, sometimes you get lucky. You stick it in the right place. I mean, I'll do this, right?
We judge this stuff.
I will. We went and we went a little different today.
Did we?
I think we did because there's some good smoked mac and cheese along with a couple of pretty good steaks there as well. I'm getting over to it, by the way. Is it Friday yet?
Soon.
Okay. There we go. Prime ribeye and smoked meat, or smoked mac and cheese, smoked meat. It's medium rare, boneless prime ribeyes and smoked the mac and cheese. All from TCMM, Pit Boss Grilling.
Uh-huh.
All right. Looks good. Congratulations. Want yourself a $50 gift card from Tri-County Meat Market, the Hebner location. Just go on by there. They'll take care of you. Always like my meat big.
So how often do you miss?
Depends on how dark it is, Minix, okay?
Oh, good Lord.
Pledge,
what's coming up on Extra Innings with Pledger?
Well, I don't think I'm going to be judging meat like Ryan Angle, but
I'm curious what he's actually doing now.
A lot of good stuff. We're going to talk a little bit about free agency, what starts tomorrow, what the Spurs should possibly do. Listen back to a couple of things that happened this week on the Blitz. Troy Aikman replay coming up at 6:15. Dat Win at 6:30 and Michelle Beadle at 6:45.
Nice.
Wait a minute. So you got an hour show today and you're going to run 3 interviews we did this week?
You got an hour show. Nice.
Well, anyway, I'm just trying to figure out where you're going. You're trying to get out of here early.
Apparently.
Because that was my plan. That was my plan for Monday.
Well, go ahead.
Can we schedule a whole bunch of interviews? You schedule them up. We pre-record them. I can throw them in.
We'll see. They're not pre. It's called the best of.
That's exactly what it should
No,
be.
that's what extra innings with pleasure is today.
Extra innings with pleasure, also known as best of the Blitz.
Best of the well. Do you blame him, Minix? I mean, come on.
It was a good week for y'all.
It's a great week.
It's been a
always
great
a good week.
Absolutely. Hey, make sure you come out and hang out with us tomorrow out at Texas Cheer Liquor number 5, which is important when you're putting it in your maps to get out to the right location. It's the Bernie location as they are celebrating 1 year. Chokes me up thinking about that. They've made it a year. Any business that gets to that 1 year anniversary is doing it right. That's the toughest one to get to.
Yeah, I would think so.
Absolutely. So we're throwing them a party.
You're going to love this place, Minix.
It's a liquor store. Of course I will.
No, but this is like the bougie liquor store.
So it's
this schwanky
Rheinegel style
liquor store.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
12 Truss Road.
I guarantee you AD's going to have the good stuff out there. Plus it's his daughter and her husband are part owners of this, or they are the owners.
I believe that's his sister.
Oh, it's his sister.
Yes.
It's not his daughter.
AD's not old enough. Come
Sorry,
on.
AD.
Yeah. You just got yourself a bottle of Boone's for him.
It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe. Follow Jason at Jason Menix and Joe Reinagel at Joe Reinagel 210.